claustrophobic mind, and I am not the big kind. Baby, I just wanna take you home, so lose the grip and make it on your own. Later, you got a claustrophobic mind, and I am not the vagrant kind. Not the vagrant kind. Yeah!
Yes, guys. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening, good evening. Yes, we're back with a Liverpool show. Loads to talk about tonight, guys. Liverpool at this moment in time, the best team in world football. We're going to have to talk about rumours of Virgil van Dijk's contract, maybe being signed soon as well, being close. Conor Bradley, Quinton Kelleher, Curtis Jones. Yeah, we've got loads to talk about. And guys, me and K-Mac ain't been together for a while, actually. So, yeah, this should be a good show. How you doing, K-Mac?
It'll be a great show. Yeah, I'm good. I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone's excited and just on a high.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, I ain't been this happy being a Liverpool fan in quite a while. You know, things are going well at this moment in time, liking a lot of the stuff. You know, let's just talk about the Real Madrid. Let's just go straight in. Let's not mess around. Let's just talk about this Real Madrid game. So, Liverpool ain't beat Real Madrid, I don't believe, since 2009, I believe, was the last time we beat Real Madrid 4-0. It's been a while. Real Madrid, although I don't think, I think we played well against Real Madrid.
I was there for that game, by the way.
Yeah, it was a great game, 4-0 Real Madrid.
I was at Anfield for that one.
The Gerrard show.
Beautiful.
It's a long time. And although I don't think we've ever played that badly against Real Madrid, they always seem to have the upper hand no matter what we do. But last night came out was a different show. It's a new Liverpool. It's a fresh Liverpool. And last night it was a joy watching us beating them, wasn't it? I mean, this is the best team in the world. They are going for a bad patch at the moment, but all teams go through bad patches. You still got to beat what's in front of you. And pretty much put them to the sword, didn't we? I didn't think it'd be that comfortable.
There was a moment in that game. This is unbelievable, by the way. There was a moment in that game in the second half where we had the ball for 7 minutes and they went into our half twice.
Yeah, it's mad.
That is relentless. Like, look, at the end of the day, like, everyone can turn around and say, oh, they had injuries. We had injuries as well, by the way. Same scenario with Arsenal. Oh, they had injuries. Look, Real Madrid's players that were on that pitch were very, very good players. They were very, very good players. Even the ones that were replaced, like the ones that replaced the ones that were injured, they were still really good players. Yeah. That was the worst sofa score Modric has ever had, by the way.
Yeah, I got to say, I did feel for Modric.
It's a madness, though, because, like,
39.
Because look, all we did in that game is we just took the emotion out of it. Like,
yeah, we did.
Our fans were really, really up for that game, and there was a lot of emotion from our fans because of the Salah comments, and they thought, oh, that's going to derail, Real Madrid and Manchester City. No, it isn't, because the whole team is set up around just getting the job done and just being methodical and not being emotional and taking all of that out of the system. And like he said in his press conference, it's just another game. He's treating it just like another game. He even said it. He said, Real Madrid's just another game. Just another game of football. Like,
yeah, I do like that. I do like that. And like you said, we go again next week when we got
we go
Newcastle and Everton. So
even Virgil in the interview afterwards, like, ask him all the stuff about his contract. He said, "I've got nothing else to talk about apart from got the game next week to concentrate on." Love it.
Yeah. I am loving what Slot's doing at the moment. I do love his press conferences. I can't lie. His press conferences.
I actually think the media like his press conferences as well.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Like, he's very straightforward. He just tells you what he's thinking. And I like that sort of thing.
I've got to go. I've got to go now. I've got to do the shopping.
Yeah.
My family are over. I've got to do the shopping. See ya.
It's just
like, what?
Because he's relaxed and calm. The team reflect. They always say your team reflects your manager. Yeah. So Klopp was a heavy metal, passionate. You know, everyone would run for a brick wall for him kind of manager. So that's how your players and your team play in that vision of your manager. And now Slot's a little bit calmer, a bit more relaxed, a bit more laid back, and their team is reflecting what Arne Slot's doing on the touchline. So, yeah, I just love the way he speaks. I love the way he's so down to earth. The way he put the Salah stuff to bed so quickly. That's why, as you say, K-Mac, it weren't an issue in the Real Madrid game, when he basically said, when they asked him the question about Salah's contract, and he went, well, in my team, he's more in than out. And as soon as
such a good reply,
it finished. They did have a question for him, because he's like, I've just answered it. You know, I've just literally answered. There's no rebuttal. You can't rebuttal that answer.
No.
So you just go, oh, cool, sweet. And then it's not a problem. And it goes into Real Madrid game and no one's talking about it. And, you know, and the team have an excellent performance. And again, no one's really talking about it now because we're winning games for football. And what I will say, I'll go back to the start of the season. Look, Slot coming in, I think it was a bit of a breath of fresh air for the football club, because I think it needed a little bit of change, because I think we're just going down the same rabbit.
A little bit?
Yeah, we're going down the same rabbit time and time again. And I think it don't matter who you are. Sometimes you need change. Look, you've seen it with City at the moment with Pep. For me, Pep's getting a lot of things wrong. Pep looks like he's in charge of transfers right now. And I don't think when you go down that route, you make mistakes. You got too much power. I don't think
Pep's starting to remind me of Jurgen, mate.
Yeah, and he's picking his favourites and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and that happens to all of them.
Like Al Walker just keeps on getting played, no matter how shite he is.
Yeah, it happened to Ferguson. It happened to Klopp. It happened to Pep. It happened to Mourinho. It happens to everyone. All the greats.
It happened to Wenger.
Yeah, they've all got flaws, and flaws happen. Yeah, no one's perfect.
You just get comfortable. You get comfortable.
Yeah, of course you do. Of course you do. And you know, the club just needed a different way. And, you know, the guy they hired obviously weren't the sexy option with a lot of fans. And now he's just turning around going, look, this is what I'm about. And I'm actually loving the guy. I'm actually falling for the guy. I can't lie. You know, his press conferences, the way he conducts himself, the way he talks, the way
second halves.
Yeah, the way he's coaching.
Second halves in games.
The way he's coaching the team right now. You can't help but love the. And I hear the Anfield crowd as well. The Anfield crowd are now singing his song more. You know, you're hearing the Arne Slot
top of the table. They sung.
Top of the table. So everyone's getting more and more behind him as we go. And you know, this Real Madrid game was a test. It was a test about where he's got this team right now. No matter about the injuries Real Madrid had, that's an excuse. They still have quality players on that pitch, and he's passing that test right now. And
the funny thing about Real Madrid is one of their best players in that game was actually the replacement for their centre-back, Militao. He was really good. He had a really good game.
There's good players there. Ardaguna,
Asensio kid. He played really well. Like, and so did Valverde. Like, we had nothing down the left-hand side, and that was their weak side.
Yeah, and
so it's like.
You got Mbappe, you got Bellingham on the pitch. You got, you know, by the way, Mbappe and Bellingham getting booed was hilarious.
Yeah, hilarious.
And with Mbappe, like with Jude Bellingham, I think we can now put this Jude Bellingham saga to bed about who was right and who was wrong. Jude Bellingham come out and said himself, I pretty much played Liverpool. I weren't really in going to Liverpool. Yep. When Real Madrid knocked on the door, I ain't saying no. So
I also will say to everyone in the chat, told you so.
Yeah,
I said that he was never coming to Liverpool a long, long time ago.
He weren't. He's always only interested in Real Madrid, and he said it himself. He said it himself. So, you know, but they had great players, Real Madrid, on the pitch. I was like Modric, Camavinga, Bellingham.
We'd have all of them.
Mbappe.
Two of them. We've got in Liverpool shirts.
Yeah,
like, some of our fan base snapped them up. thinking they were coming to Liverpool.
Courtois in goal,
He is the best goalie in the world, by the way.
Yeah, Courtois is decent.
He is a serious goalkeeper. That could have been a massacre if it wasn't for his saves. Darwin Núñez could have had a hat trick.
Yeah, I will say before he got injured, Camavinga was quality.
Oh, he was unbelievable.
The way he gets to the ball, man.
He's a hell of a player, like.
Yeah, and Raul even crashed the team bus on the way home.
He crashed everything.
Apparently, Mbappe was driving. That's the rumours.
Can I just say something on the Mbappe thing as well?
We'll go talk about it. Go for it.
Didn't that give you shades of Jimmy Milner, where Bradley just smashed him in the first minute?
Oh,
and he's like, I'm not having this. Like, I don't want a part of this game. He literally did one of those reducers that that Jimmy Milner used to do, and Mbappe wasn't interested then.
No, yeah, and let's talk about individual performances.
That's a 21-year-old, by the way. That's old school.
20, I think he's only 20 still, isn't he?
That's old school stuff doing that.
Let's talk about individual performances. Let's start with Conor Bradley. So,
wow,
Conor Bradley didn't have the best game against Southampton, but I don't think anyone.
No, I don't think anyone did either.
But
apart from Graham Birch,
we have seen as Liverpool fans the ability of Conor Bradley since he made his debut for Liverpool last season, and what he's about, and how good of a footballer he can be eventually. He's going to be, he's a good player now, but in a few years' time, this kid's going to be, in my opinion, pretty special. He's going to blossom into something beautiful. And I think for him and people watching him, that game last night was his coming out party. It would let the world know, actually, this right back that Liverpool got that's come through the academy that plays for Northern Ireland is actually about it. He's actually a top draw player, and he's got a bright future. Us Liverpool fans always knew that. Although there were some Liverpool fans,
because it was a flash in the pan. A lot of people thought it was a flash in the pan.
Weren't that? But yeah, look, he's going to have up and down games because of his age. Sometimes he's going to look great, sometimes he's not going to look so great, but it's about the learning curve. But last night came back. I know a lot of Liverpool fans were a bit worried about Conor Bradley up against Kylian Mbappe. But as you said, with that crunching tackle that he made in the first half, Kylian Mbappe didn't want no part of him again after that game. After that tackle, he didn't want any part of it. He cut inside every time. So tell me about Bradley's performance, man.
Bradley was absolutely sensational. The thing about Bradley as well, I genuinely believe we probably got like the next Damien Duff. Do you remember him?
Yeah, I love
the Irish player, absolutely sensational for Chelsea. I just feel like we got an all rounder, he was really good at defending, but he was also the guy that changed the game in the second half when Slot told him to go inverted, and he started doing the inverted runs, and he ended up with the assist because he was in the box, and he ended up just being an absolute thorn in their side, and they didn't know what to do with him because they had to keep on tracking him into the box, but they also wanted to counter-attack us at the same time. And he was absolutely sensational in that game. And we talked about him not having end product quite a lot. Like, he puts needless balls in, or he doesn't put the right ball in. He put about 3 balls in that game where, like, he got an assist, but the others should have been slotted away as well, like, to be fair. But he was absolutely sensational, and he deserved to get man of the match. And it's really unfortunate that he has got a hamstring, because I would have thought he'd have played against Man City.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Trent would have come back for the Newcastle game.
Yeah, he wouldn't need to rush Trent back as quickly.
Yeah.
Look, Conor Bradley's performance was excellent yesterday. And as Liverpool fans, we have seen these performances in Conor Bradley since last season.
Chelsea at home.
Yeah, he's got this about him. Again, I will say he's 20 years of age. Yeah. There's got to be games where he looks poor and he has a dip, and people go to say, is he actually that player? I will say one thing, right? And this is not me going up against Trent or anything like that. I think he inverts better than Trent, because I think, if memory serves me correct, at a younger age, Conor Bradley was more of an attacking player.
When he went out on loan, he did his first loan at Bolton. He played as a right winger, and he got like 8 goals.
Yeah, so he
also plays really high for
Northern
Northern
Ireland.
Ireland.
So he's
and
trained.
He scored for Northern Ireland recently as well. Again.
So he's trained in more of that attacking philosophy than, the reason for me Trent can't be a midfielder because he's now too old to be trained as a midfielder. You need to be that from a young age and learning. He's a right back.
I can't remember the last time I've seen Trent go past people.
No, Trent's not. I think as an attacking player,
can move. He can make his way through teams, like slalom his way through.
Yeah,
I don't know whether that's just his athleticism or his pace. I don't know, but we've got a hell of a player on our hands.
I just think as an attacking player, I think, look, and obviously as a passer of the ball, Trent's clear. He's clear of most people in Europe, to be fair, as a passer of the football. But as the runs that Conor makes, and I think he's probably better. He's a better dribbler with the ball and stuff like that. So using him in an inverted way works a little bit better for him than it does Trent. I've always said it. Trent is better as just an up and down right back. Get that freedom on the right hand side of the pitch, get him the ball in better areas.
He can put a ball in from any angle, can't he?
Yeah, he's better at that. But for me, Bradley can. I think Bradley's better in that inverted way because I just think at a younger age he's probably playing in them areas of the pitch more regularly than Trent was at that same age. So you learn better and coach better. So. Yeah, I just think Trent is, Ali says there, is more of a passer. Trent's an elite level passer, and that will never, ever not be the case.
No,
now, someone said it earlier in the chat. I think I've got it here. Now, having Bradley begs the question: do you need to bend to Trent's 350 grand a week demands?
No,
this is a good point. It's a great point, right?
Yeah.
Obviously. Trent is a right back by nature, and there's not many right backs that get paid that sort of money. Conor Bradley is still young, and he has still got a lot of proof. And his game time to Trent's game time is obviously night and day because Trent has got more of a career than Conor Bradley.
Bradley's on like 20k, by the way.
Yeah, and
that needs sorting out. Like if we're going to be paying our other right back.
And the problem is
9 times as much as him. You know what I mean?
I honestly think Conor Bradley gets in a lot of Premier League teams as a right back.
It's insane. Yeah, I think Bradley can play in any championship team and probably any of the top. I don't know, top 15 right now. I honestly, if Bradley was up for sale, I wouldn't be surprised if Tottenham just went and got him. He would just be perfect for their right side. Like for years to come,
and I agree.
He reminds me of Dogie. Like how good Dogie is. Like,
yeah,
Dogie's absolutely sensational player. He reminds me just of Dogie. Like Bradley reminds me of Robbo when Robbo was.
That is the biggest comparison, ain't it? That's the biggest comparison, ain't it?
Yeah, he really did. Like he really does.
It's not really Trent and Bradley because they're totally different footballers.
It's just no fear. Yeah. Just, tough as nails as well. Like.
Even the way Bradley runs, he runs similar to Robbo.
Yeah, he does.
That hunched over run, he's sort of like a similar build as well. They got a lot of similarities to the way they attack from a fullback area. Trent and that are totally, like Trent is more of a, is at an elite level for the things he does. But like Dustin's right as well with Bradley, you need to know how good he is over a longer stretch of games. Of course you do. But I think the proof's in the pudding with Conor Bradley that you have got a very, very good footballer there that if Trent leaves, you could go and get a right back that's more defensively minded, and then you can use Conor Bradley as your attacking right back. So if Trent did leave, you go and buy a defensive minded right back, a very, very good defensive minded right back.
If Trent leaves, Bradley's going to be 22 probably.
Yeah, and can use Conor Bradley as that attacking.
You just
right
play him
back.
then? Would you not just play him? Like you probably
play him. I don't know if it all depends how Slot sees it. For me, I'd probably go and buy a defensive minded right back that will play. And then you got because I don't know if Conor Bradley's going to be a right back his whole career. as well.
I wouldn't think it was fair that if Trent left, then Bradley wouldn't automatically start because he's done nothing to. He's done nothing to not start. It's just like Keller. It's just like the Queven Keller situation. Like if Ali left, then Keller should play. Like, you know what I mean? Like you shouldn't get someone else in. Like, and someone's just put it in the chat as well. Like, we've also got Calvin Ramsey. Surely Calvin Ramsey would just be the backup for Bradley. Like, I get Bradley will only be like 21, 22, but Udogie's 21 and he's playing every single game. Like, you know what I mean? Like sometimes when you're that good.
How old was Trent when he?
He was 18, 19 when he started.
Yeah,
and he never stopped.
I think. Right, let's put it this way.
Robbo was 22, I think.
23. I think he said when he came to Liverpool.
It's not a million miles.
I think if it was Jurgen Klopp still in charge, Conor Bradley might be the right. If Trent went, I think Conor Bradley's the one he plays right back every week because of his attacking prowess.
I think he would still have Jurgen Klopp, mate. Trent would have signed, and Bradley is probably being sold.
I don't know. To be fair to Klopp, I think he did love Conor Bradley. He's the one he brought in.
I know it was only because he was injured, though, wasn't he? It was only because of the injuries he played in. Like, I think Bradley will probably end up getting sold. You know, like Nico Williams was.
Yeah, but Nico Williams was shit.
He's not going to hang around, though. He's not going to hang around, though, is he? Like, Trent gets a bumper contract, and Bradley's like, well, I'm never going to get a game, am I? Like, am I going to stay here just for cup games?
But like, the thing is, I don't know if Conor Bradley's going to be a right back. I can see a world if Trent stays that Conor plays in front of Trent as a right winger at times.
It's interesting.
And Trent as a right back, because there is something about Conor's game when he plays higher up the pitch. It looks like it suits him. You know, he looks very, very comfortable with it playing further up the pitch. So there might be a work, and as you say, he's such a young lad, he can mature into that position as well. So maybe that's something that like we got something with Conor Bradley at the moment that's very versatile on that right hand side of the pitch. You can play him up and down on that side on that right hand side, and he's good defensively as well. He's good defensively, and with young guys as well, you don't want to burn them all out. I like the fact that we take our time with the young guys and we bring them in, play them, drop them out for a little bit, bring them back in, because you know young guys, if they play too much, they can burn out quick. You know, and Trent's starting to get quite a few injuries now. Do you know what I mean? So
he's had more game time this season than Gomez. So
yeah.
So if one of them's going to go, it's probably going to be Gomez.
Yeah. So yeah, Conor Bradley, great performance, man. As I say, I think it was his coming out party for the rest of the world that are watching, but for Liverpool fans, we already knew the quality he had. And that was a world watched game as well. That was a world watched game. Like, yeah, exactly. It's the biggest. Yeah. It's arguably the two best teams in world football right now, Real Madrid and Liverpool. Curtis Jones, man.
Actually, I just want to tell you a stat that I read, which is unbelievable. So two of the biggest juggernauts in the world. Liverpool FC, 71 trophies. Yeah, in our history. Real Madrid, 102.
Yeah, these two clubs, we're talking about super elite powerhouses.
I mean, that is real heritage, like beyond.
Liverpool and Real Madrid is just, as you say, it's heritage. It's just.
So yeah, Real Madrid have got 15 Champions Leagues. We've got 6. They've got 36 La Ligas. We've got 19.
Yeah.
Tell you what, we need to get that 20 because that puts us on level. That puts us level with Man United. It takes us ahead of Man United, doesn't it?
Don't worry, that's coming, man.
It takes us ahead of Man United. We have to go ahead of Man United.
If Liverpool win 20 and equal Man United's 20, but we've also got 6 European Cups. It takes.
Yeah, it is 20, isn't it? I thought.
That was 20. But we got 6 European Cups, so it puts us over the edge.
Yeah.
It's coming anyway. Don't worry, guys.
It's
coming this season. Curtis Jones. Now, you and me spoke a lot about Curtis Jones last season.
Yeah. A lot of good stuff, by the way.
Yeah, we stuck up for Curtis last season.
Always.
The only time Curtis really fell out of favour was when he got injured and never really
Give that
found
guy
form.
a pay rise as well, for God's sake.
He never found form again, did he, after his injury last season? But
he never really got a chance to be honest.
No, this season, oh man. So, have
you heard the Gerrard? Have you heard the Gerrard interview?
Yeah, Gerrard loves Curtis, man. He told everyone.
He was throwing Klopp under the bus.
He told everyone they were blind.
Yeah.
Curtis's technical ability. Now, this midfield we got right now of Gravenberch, Curtis Jones, and McAllister.
That's the one we said. That's the one we said.
Yeah, which I think is now Slot's first choice midfield. That's three. That is so techie. I don't think people realise how techie
it's insane.
Not only is it techie, it's got legs, it's got youth. You know, McAllister, when he plays further up the pitch, looks like a different player to when he's defending. I don't like him in that left-sided DM role. You know, I do think it does. He's far better.
Jones plays better there.
Yeah, and just put McAllister a little bit further forward. And the way Curtis Jones keeps the ball, man, he's press resistant as well. You know, players, you know, he barely loses the ball. Have you
heard the possession stat on Jones? The pass completion stat. He's the best pass completion stat in the world right now. He's like 94.8%. And he's got 99% pass completion in his own half this season. Like he is an unbelievable. Like he could well be, and I may be going out on a limb here, but he could well be the player that gets England the World Cup.
Yeah, I mean,
that gets us a major trophy. He could well be that player that we've been missing for so long. And I really hope Thomas Tuchel does see that, because he's just a difference maker. He's just a difference maker. He is like McAllister for England. He could be like McAllister for England, as he is for Argentina.
Yeah, because
Curtis Jones just does everything that he does.
Because if you think about it with England, Foden's never really worked in an England shirt yet. He's never really worked in an England shirt. I think Curtis Jones, the way he's playing right now, he's like Thomas Tuchel's definitely looking at him thinking, actually, is there many better English midfielders that are better informed than Curtis Jones right now? Like English midfielders, not like worldwide, but English only midfielders.
It's the whole package, but it's just the whole package.
He keeps possession well. He barely loses the ball. He's press resistant.
Never loses the ball.
He moves the ball well. He controls
the tempo as well. He's also a big lad, so he gets involved, wins a lot of duels.
Yeah, he's not actually
wins aerial duels as well, by the way, even though you might not know it. Like he had 2 aerial duels in the Real Madrid game, and he won both of them, and he won 6 out of 9 ground duels. Like he was basically Jude Bellingham.
He's technically I've been saying it for ages now. He's technically better than Jude Bellingham.
He was.
It's just that Jude Bellingham is just super clutch.
And he's also got some insane skills. Like, have you seen some of his dribbling and his
he's a good player, man.
Rondos and pirouettes and
Curtis has always had this locker. He's always had this locker. What stopped Curtis's career really flourishing was his injuries. You know, he was just getting injured after injury after injury after injury. The injuries were unluckily, and now he's come back from there. He's trying, and when he's fit, at this moment in time, he's one of our better midfielders, and he has to play. You know, he wins the ball back. He's good in the press. You know, he's good when he's got the ball. He's got a good passing, as we've already seen this season.
That's a good comment by Neil. He has football arrogance. He does.
Yeah, which is good. Nothing wrong with that.
I love it.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I just want to see. I'm looking at we can always talk about the Virgils and the Salahs of this world, but I just want to talk about some of the players that go under the radar a lot. And I thought Conor Bradley yesterday was excellent. Curtis Jones last few weeks has been brilliant. McAllister in that more attacking role, K-Mac, obviously suits his game a hell of a lot better. Also, I don't know what it is, but he looks like he can run again.
Yeah, I think maybe he shook off that injury now.
Yeah, it looks like he can run again, because the other week I was watching him running and it looked like he was stuck in mud. And then I watched him yesterday running past players in the midfield, linking the play, playing 1-2s on the edge of the box.
That goal, he went past. He started it and just carried on going. Like,
yeah, don't underestimate that lovely pass from Conor Bradley back to him as well.
Pass, yeah.
You know, that little chip over that Darwin, beautiful header by Darwin, by the way.
Yeah,
Beautiful header. You know, and lovely chip over. McAllister's got that in his locker. You know, we played more Gravenberch on his own last night as well, but McAllister last night in that more attacking-minded position alongside Curtis. Like, I think who was the commentator last night?
He played like a 3-1-6.
Yeah,
like in the end. 3-1-5.
McCoy said it last night in midfield. Liverpool's midfield was a player here, a player there, and a player there, and Madrid couldn't pick them up because they weren't like a flat three. It weren't a double pivot and one there. There was sort of like Gravenberch, Curtis, McAllister. It's like a stair, like a diagonal stairway, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Where they were picking up positions, and because of that, Madrid didn't know who to pick up. So they were finding a lot of room a lot of the time. And when you've got players like McAllister and Curtis Jones that can find out good space in your midfield, in them attacking areas, they will do a lot of damage. So I don't know if this is something Slot's going to look at more in the future as we go on and go away maybe from his double pivot a little bit, but it definitely worked last night, didn't it, K-Mac? Definitely worked last night.
It did. We were brilliant. Like it. Look, all they had in that game was they had the penalty and they had that point blank shot, which Cleveland saved. And first off, it was tight. Yeah, it's fine. Like first off, they were defending for their lives pretty much. A lot of it. Didn't really have anything on our goal, but we didn't have a huge amount on theirs. A couple of good saves by Courtois. And then second half, he could see the tweaks that he needed to make, and he made them by moving Bradley inverted, and he also pushed McAllister higher as well and Jones deeper. So McAllister got on the ball more in as like a number 10 and just flipped the game on its head. And it was McAllister and Bradley that actually made the goal, like the two of them, and they were the changes, like they were the tactical tweaks. And we never really looked like we were ever going to concede until obviously Robbo with a typical Robbo moment, which we're going to see a lot more of this season if he carries on playing. I'm sorry, like that's just how it is. I'm not gonna have a rant about him now. Like everybody knows my thoughts on him. But for me, it was just control, and obviously Cody Gakpo came on and somehow had a free header.
When it Modric,
nobody there.
And it was like Modric
player marking him.
There was someone who's 5'1" marking a 6'4" beast. Yeah,
and it was like, okay.
Cody was good when he came on, though.
I think what's interesting though is like, for some reason, like Cody for the last 2 years has never been winning headers or jumping in the air. So something's changed there, and they've literally looked at him and gone, "Hang on a minute, you're 6'4". You should be headering the ball more."
Yeah, he's good in the air, though.
Yeah, so we've got him in positions where he can head it.
He is.
He hasn't scored a header goal for us before this season, by the way.
No,
pretty sure, and I think he scored 2 now, maybe 3. He's 2 or 3. Sorry.
I like Gakpo against the big teams. I
think Gakpo's brilliant, mate.
I think Cody sometimes against the smaller teams can go missing a bit, but when it's a big game, Cody seems like a big game player. He reminds me so much of Dirk Kuyt in a way. He reminds me so much of Dirk Kuyt. That big game player. He always, like Dirk Kuyt in a big game, would always score.
Gakpo's the same height as Van Dijk. Sorry,
yeah, it's mad, ain't it? Van Dijk, Konate.
We've got some big lads.
A lot of people over 6 foot in that team, and yeah, I like Cody. I mean, in the big games, he definitely does something, man. He definitely he's up for the big game. I like Cody, man. Good, it's a great squad addition to our team. You know, Diaz ain't doing it. You bring Cody on. You know,
Diaz wasn't doing it,
no.
so we brought Cody on, and he did it.
And Diaz started to play actually better when he went through the middle.
Yeah,
they played him the 9, which I keep saying, but you know, eventually Slot will listen.
I mean, Nunes did have some good shots.
I thought Nunes was really good yesterday. I
was more annoyed. I mean, I went on Husam's show and I had a bit of a rant on Nunes. I was more annoyed that we put 3 really good balls right across the penalty area, and he just wasn't there to tap them in.
Well, he set most of them up, to be fair.
You're a number 9. Just get into the box more. Like that's my biggest gripe right now. Like
I thought he played.
He played all right, mate. He did, honestly.
I thought he had a really good game, and you know that header. I don't think he could have done any better. Even Ali McCoy was saying it's a tremendous header. He couldn't have done any much more with it.
Far out as well, that.
Yeah. You know, the link-up play. He's playing a lot. What I will say, when you're saying about him being in the position when we pull the ball across, I do think if you look at the way Slot's getting Darwin and Jota to play, they're not playing like traditional number 9s.
He said this as well, hasn't he? He has said it.
They're playing a lot deeper. Like Darwin's playing deeper than I've ever seen Darwin play as a number 9. You know, he's linking the play more in midfield.
Yeah, if he gets any more deeper, mate, he's not going to score any. Well, he's not scoring goals anyway, but he's not going to score any goals.
I don't think Slot's looking for his number 9 to be the goal scorer right now. I think he's using his wingers. Because if you watch when Jota plays,
he's definitely using his wingers for the goals.
Yeah, I think he's looking at it right now because Slot at Feyenoord used his wingers as the outlet and the striker as the main goal scorer. But he's come to Liverpool and he's looked at him and went, "Oh, Salah's your 30 goals, he's a striker, so he plays right wing. Luis Diaz gets goals, Cody Gakpo gets goals. You know, I might as well just carry on using my wide players as my main threats." And you know, Jota when he plays, Darwin when they play, they almost like play that false 9 role where they're linking the play. Yeah. They can be goal threats themselves as well. You know, Darwin with his pace yesterday, I think picking up the ball, linking the play through that area of the pitch, thought he done really well. He was aggressive as well. He was winding the centre backs up. They couldn't handle him, to be fair. They could not handle him.
Well, one of them did handle him, and he should have been a bloody penalty.
Yeah, so
he basically chinned him.
Yeah, I thought Darwin was good, but I do feel like if Jota is fit and available, Jota will go back into the number 9 position because if he's playing that false 9 role that he wants him to play at the moment, I think Jota's better at it.
Well, we'll do those moves, we'll do those patterns of play, which we've already scored a few goals this season when Jota's been playing, and we can't seem to do that with Nunes. I don't know why, we just can't. Like, and for some reason, I don't know why we don't just put a long ball over for Nunes. Like the amount of runs he makes.
It's just not the way we want to play.
Over, like why not? Like,
it's just not the way we want to play right now. And again, like Slot will get.
I'm not complaining.
No, exactly. He's doing well, man. He's doing
everything.
Well.
I'm not complaining.
But I think when Jota comes back in, Jota will go back into that number 9 position. Oh, and also Chiesa as well. So I do think he'll play Chiesa in that number 9 position as well, which hopefully he's back soon and he's training now. So hopefully good signs with Chiesa now. Konate and Virgil. I know Konate got that knock at the end of the game where Endrick tried to end his career.
Endrick tried to end his career before that as well.
Yeah, nasty
little shit he was.
Yeah.
That was like old school hatchet man. Just came on.
Just what are you doing, man? I know you're frustrated because your wife's
just
20.
Throwing himself around like he got a yellow card as well. He could have been sent off. To be fair,
the man's frustrated because his wife's 29 and he's 18. The man's frustrated.
He's been groomed.
the man's frustrated.
Been groomed and fleeced.
But Konate and Virgil again. So the news of Konate sounds like Slot said, like Konate's. You know, they go wait till the last minute.
I don't think he'll play,
but if he don't play against City, he'll probably play. It's probably the only game he misses, so it's okay.
I don't think he'll play that game. But do you remember the last game Joe Gomez had against City?
Yeah, I'm all right with Gomez coming in.
I'm all right with that as well.
Yeah, I'm all right with Gomez coming in. No worries. But Virgil and Konate, Are they the best defensive partnership in world football right now?
Yeah,
at club level.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I know we could be a bit biased, obviously, as we're Liverpool fans, but
no, I'm totally biased.
Them two are just at a different level right now. Konate's game has improved so much this year. He looks leaner, he looks quicker. He's strong as an ox. I mean, no one can battle him. I haven't found a player in Europe yet that wants a piece of Konate.
We haven't conceded a goal with those two at the back in the Champions League, have we?
No, we've only conceded one goal, and that was AC Milan.
No, as a pairing.
Who played the AC Milan game? That's the goal we conceded.
I don't think. I'm not sure they played together. I think the stat is when Konate's played, we haven't conceded a goal. In the Champions League.
Yeah, they're just.
I think so. I think so.
They're just them two.
Konate played AC Milan, didn't he? Because he scored, didn't he?
Yeah. So they've only conceded one goal, which is mad.
One goal.
You think the teams we played they've conceded one goal? It's just mad.
Goal.
Them two at the moment. If you can get past Virgil, you got to get past Konate. If you get past Konate, you got to get past Virgil.
And then if you get past both of them, you then got to get past Keller.
Yeah, these two at the moment are just at a level. They're the base of everything we're playing at. If you look at football history, you always need a quality centre back base. You just do. Look at Premier League winners in recent years. Good, solid centre back pairings. You go Vidic and Ferdinand back in the day. John Terry Carvalho. These teams are built on their centre back pairings, and
it's not only that though. Like with Virgil, he's the pace setter. He's the guy that puts a 60-yard diagonal.
He's a playmaker at centre.
Konate's getting assists now.
Oh, Konate yesterday when he took the ball off Mbappe and he went for a run past Mbappe like he weren't there, and then played that ball.
Midfield. He went through the midfield.
Well, who's going to stop him? He's 16 stone running at you like a cheater. I mean, it's stopping him.
Stuff. Just keep them fit.
Yeah. So anyone hearing the Konate news? So the Konate. So Slot said he thinks Konate could play against City, but if he doesn't, it'll be the only game he misses. So Konate's going to be fine, guys. I think with Bradley, the hamstring is about
until December.
Yeah, I think it's similar to what Trent had.
End of December result.
Like a 3 to 4 week hamstring, similar to Trent's back. But the good news is
we haven't got a crazy December game.
Yeah,
they're not hard games either. Really, they're not really.
Yeah, I think our hardest game is Spurs in December.
Yeah, that's at home as well, isn't it? Isn't it at home?
Away. It's away.
Oh, is it away? Okay, that's good. We're normally good at their ground. They got beat by Ipswich.
Yes. Spurs should have got packed.
And they just drew against Roma as well.
Yeah, Roma had 2 goals disallowed as well. So
Roma were all right in that game,
But with Bradley injured, but Trent is back. So, we're all right in that position, guys. We're all right there. So Konate's probably only going to miss one game, so don't worry too much, guys. Konate be fine.
Still got Gomez.
Yeah, Gomez come in and do a job, man. Gomez is. I like the fact he's coming in as a centre back. Him and Virgil, they know what to do as a partnership. So I'm perfectly fine with it. And Gomez has got the pace as well. Quaban Kelleher.
No one says we've got any injuries, by the way. Have you seen how many players we've got injured?
Yeah, it's because we keep winning.
Like everyone's saying, Manchester City got loads of injuries. These have got loads of injuries. Have you seen how many players we got injured for this game? We got our number one goalkeeper. We've got a centre back. We've got a right back. We've got a striker. We've got a right winger. We've got our left back. We haven't got any injuries.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's absolute bollocks.
That's what James says here. Konate, Bradley, Jota, Ali, Chiesa, Trent, Elliott. Yeah, and Elliott's back. He was on the bench last night. Trent
you still wouldn't play half of these like this. They haven't played the game yet. But we've got no injuries.
No.
Had you put Kostas in there because he's injured as well?
Yeah, Kostas. I think that's what you put there. Yeah, Kostas. Yeah, with Simi. Yeah, so Kostas injured as well. So Yeah,
We've got no injuries, and we haven't played anyone either.
And it just shows how good our squad is. That's what we keep saying.
It really does.
But Queven Kelleher, man, this guy, look, we all know he's a number one goalkeeper. He's not a number two. You know, you can't be that good and be a number two. So it's just been unlucky for him that, you know, one of the best goalkeepers in the world just plays in front of him. Otherwise, he would be Liverpool's number one. But again, yesterday put on a good show. Didn't actually have much to do, to be fair. You know, penalty save again, 2 penalty saves in a row, but he's good at penalty saves.
That's 3, by the way. You saved one for Ireland.
Yeah, and we've seen it in cup finals as well. He's good. He's a good penalty stopper.
He's taken 10 penalties in his career already.
He's a good penalty stopper.
That's a great shout. That who wrote that? Let me have a look at that. So Slot was big up AA. Slot answered the Liverpool don't have any injury question well in the presser. He said, because we keep winning and don't complain to the media, we don't think we have any.
Yeah, that's such a dig at Arteta, man. That was such a dig. But look, with Kelleher right now, he's in the form of his life. You know, last season he played more games than Alisson. This season he's played more games than Alisson because Alisson's muscle injuries. For me, the only reason Liverpool bought Mamardashvili because Kelleher's told them he's off. And I think if Liverpool got a proper transfer deal for him in the summer, Kelleher would have gone. So we're lucky that no one actually came in for Kelleher that much in the summer.
They did. They just offered 10 million and that shit goalkeeper that came.
Yeah, not in the Forest. That was 7 million. Yeah. Matt Turner.
Matt Turner, like what?
We're doing. Now,
like football manager. That's like football manager when you're drunk. Yeah, I'm just going to throw Matt Turner and 7 million in for him.
Now, I don't think. See, Liverpool might have a little bit of a problem in the goalkeeper because they went and bought Mamardashvili, who, by the way, is going to be an elite level goalkeeper. That's why Liverpool went in for him. He's already, you know, the standard he's at right now. You know, if you see him for Valencia literally play with no defence.
They're going to get relegated.
Yeah, he just
takes the reason they don't get relegated.
He literally just takes shot after shot after shot. It's madness.
It's a bit mental.
He's a quality goalkeeper. Kelleher's a quality goalkeeper. Alisson's probably the best of the lot. Or probably what he is. Liverpool got 3 tremendous goalkeepers. Jaros ain't a bad goalkeeper in his own right either.
His contract expires next year, so
yeah, and this is the problem. Kelleher's got 2 years left in his deal. Jaros' contract expires at the end of the season. They've gone and bought Mamardashvili. Alisson's gave no qualms. No, he looks like he's staying in Liverpool. Tell him. Liverpool a bit stuck here because they've got to talk to Kelleher. They need to know what Kelleher wants to do. For me, he's not going to take Alisson's spot. So for me, Kelleher has to leave and be a number one somewhere. Mamardashvili is then coming in. I think that's why Jaros is going to go. They're going to bring Mamardashvili in to be number 2. And then eventually he'll take over Alisson as Liverpool's goalkeeper for the future. But then people will say, well, why don't you just keep Kelleher? And I agree with people. I want to keep Kelleher. But at the same time, the man's 26. He's an Irish international. He's too much of a good goalkeeper to sit on the bench. And he isn't going to dethrone Ali. So, for his own well-being, look, for me, Neuer's coming to the end of his career. Bayern Munich need a new goalkeeper. He could easily go and play for Bayern Munich, in my opinion. You know, there's top-level clubs around the world that Kelleher can go to. I just don't want him going to Chelsea, man, because that pissed me off.
I don't want them having a good goalkeeper. They've goalkeepers.
And there's rumours of Tottenham. I think he's a level above that personally.
Yeah, he's injured himself, hasn't he? Their new goalie.
Yeah, no, I think Kelleher's better than him anyway. So
yeah,
you know, yeah,
that's a really good point. Richard's just put it in the chat. I was going to say it. Kelleher's only got one year left.
He's got 2.
No, his contract expires the same as Robbo's.
Yeah, 2026.
Yeah, it's the end of it's not this summer.
Yeah, 2026.
After.
Yeah, so he's got 2 years.
Yeah, so he'll only have well, he's got 1.5. 1.5.
Yeah, that's why he gets sold this summer. Otherwise, they'd give him a new contract.
But we won't get big money for him with 1.5 year. We won't get big money for him with a year left, because we're not going to sell him in January. We'll sell him in the summer, which means he'll only have 1 year left.
Hang on, I think his contract runs out in 2027.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I thought it expired with Robbo's and Konate's.
Let me have a look. Let me have a look.
Look, you know my thoughts on Keller, like, and I actually I love Ali as well. Ali's been an absolute servant and a legend for us, but my whole point, yeah. So my whole point about the goalkeeping situation, and I've had pelters for this for time, but you know what? I'm sticking to my guns, and I haven't been proven wrong so far. If you keep Ali, you need to have a number one goalkeeper as your number two, because this guy gets injured all the time now. Like, he's had 3 injuries in the last season. So you're going to have a number one goalkeeper as your number two goalkeeper, just in case he gets injured. And who's going to do that? Like, we're just lucky that we've got Keller that's that good and is happy to be a number two. Otherwise, what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Like Ali's 32, and Ali has been a great servant for us, but he's just not reliable anymore. You've got a 26-year-old. You've got a 26-year-old who is completely dominating the goal. He's got that aura about him, just like Ali has. He's pulling off world-class saves. He's saving penalties. His whole presence makes the team feel calm as well. And I mean, the guy seems to have so much time with the ball at his feet and just looks so calm and composed. For me, I just feel like he is the natural successor for Ali. And I'd be more than happy to move Ali on and say, look, thanks for the memories. You've been sensational. But we've got a 26-year-old goalkeeper here who could be as good as you, who could be as good as Ali if he gets played more. And if he goes to another club, we lose that aura. Like, I get Mamardashvili could be an incredible goalkeeper, but he'll be 24 when he comes to us. That's only 2 years younger than Keller, and Keller's got 2 years worth of Premier League experience under his belt, and Mamardashvili hasn't. And
yeah, but it's a better goalkeeper.
Just makes sense.
I get you. For me, Alisson is obviously the better goalkeeper. So if he's fit, he plays. And Slot's basically said that as well. He said it today. Like,
well, I don't know. I'm reading into that, and I'm not thinking it's as clear as we're thinking. I'm thinking he's trying to keep both people happy.
I think when Alisson's fit, you won't see Keller again.
I just think that's ridiculous, because the guy's done everything to be able to.
I hear you. I hear you.
Everything and beyond.
I hear you, but he's not a better goalkeeper.
I can't see a manager who's got as much common sense as Slot doing dumb shit like that. I just can't. And I can see Keller being our number one goalkeeper next season and him getting a new contract. I can just see it happening, because he's just going to go, hang on a minute, that's my number one. Like, I've got no skin in the game. Ali's not been my goalkeeper. Like, I haven't had years with Ali. I've had the last 6-7 months with Keller, and he's been my number one because I haven't had Ali, and he's done nothing to dispel himself and to move himself out of the team. So I would definitely see
a lot of people
our coach keeping him if we carry on going on the way we are. Like, it just makes sense.
A lot of people in the chat agree. A lot of people in the chat agree with you. And that's just why I say it's a tough thing, guys, because
it is tough.
You've got quality goalkeepers. For me, look, Alisson's the better goalkeeper. So for me, he comes back in. Yes, he's played well and he shouldn't be dropped, and it's going to be harsh. But when you got someone as good as Ali, you just like if you had Messi was injured for like 6 months and Messi's replacement came in and absolutely balled out, and people were like, "Well, as soon as Messi's fit, he's going to play over that player." And I just think that's a sad thing for Kelleher. You know, he's just not as good as Alisson Becker is, and he's going to play. You know, he just is. And unless in the summer, this is what they've got to do in the summer. They've got to try and work out what they're going to do in the summer. If they go and let Alisson go, then I'm with you, K-Mac. You make Kelleher number one. You tell Queven, look, Marmadashvili's going in, but you're going to be my number one, and Marmadashvili has to fight for your spot. All right, that's what you do. That's what you do. But if Ali don't want to go anywhere, and the club ain't looking to sell Ali on, then unfortunately it's going to be Kelleher who leaves.
You have to look at it from a club's perspective as well now, though. Edwards and Hughes must be looking at Ali going, this guy's not reliable. Like, this guy's costing a lot of money, like, because he's one of our highest paid players, probably the 5th highest paid player. And they're probably looking at him going, his value's going down. Like, are we going to be able to get a huge transfer fee for him? His contract runs out in 2 years. So are we going to be able to get a huge fee? You know, and if he gets another hamstring injury, you know, it's a conversation that has to be had. And unfortunately, I think it's going to be like a Roberto Firmino type conversation. Like, I really don't want him to leave. He's been a legend for us, but he's not getting on the pitch anymore.
Do you know what? I actually think you might get more money for Kelleher than you will for Alisson.
No, because Kelleher's only going to have a year left.
No, he's going to have 2 years left. So in the summer,
2026. 2026.
Yes, he's got 2 years.
It's 2024. It's 2024 now. 2025 is
even
when
with
the season ends. It'll be 1 year.
Yeah, even with a year left, you still get good money for him. Even a year left.
He's worth over 40 million for me, but we'll probably.
Here's one. I don't think Liverpool sell him if they don't get good money for him and they let him go for free. I literally don't think Liverpool will sell him if they're not going to get the right money for him. Liverpool held out for 25 million for him this summer, as we all know. 25 million never came in, so they didn't sell him. Now,
I agree with you, Scott, as well. By the way, I definitely feel that Mamardashvili is a money ball. I definitely do.
No, he's
like that could easily be a player going to Chelsea for twice as much as we paid for it.
No, Mamardashvili is the future, man. Mamardashvili is a better goalkeeper than Kelleher already. So
no, he's not. No, he's not.
Yeah, I think he is. I watch him. I watch a lot of Valencia. He's fucking awesome, man. No, he really is.
He can't do what Kelleher does with Liverpool. He can't.
I don't know, man. He's awesome. I watched a lot of Valencia this season, and he's extremely good.
He's a good shot stopper. Pulls off mad saves. But we're not going to have that. Like, that doesn't happen against Liverpool right now. You don't need to have mad saves. You have to have someone who's great with the ball at his feet, someone who can control the ball, someone who can come out and play as a sweeper. Like, that's how Liverpool play right now. Like the amount of times our goalkeeper touches the ball with his feet now is just unreal. Like, he plays like a third centre-back in some games. Like, Mamardashvili, we're going to need him to be able to do that under Slot.
He can do that.
And I don't see him doing that. Like,
he does it better than people. He does it better than people think. Honestly,
that's fair.
He's a tremendous goalkeeper, man.
I don't watch him enough, mate. To be honest,
he is a tremendous goalkeeper.
I don't want to watch someone who's not with us yet.
No,
he's really, really good. Especially if we had a striker that was on loan.
For me, Liverpool don't even buy Mamardashvili if Kelleher didn't sell him. He wanted to go. And Kelleher's done a lot of press conferences.
I think that's the reason why we probably did get him.
Yeah. And
things can change now, can't they? Because we didn't think Ali would get injured for half a season.
No, but it's a difficult one. It is difficult for Kelleher.
He's only played 3 games.
Yeah, I do feel for Queven Kelleher. I really do, because obviously if it's any other goalkeeper and not Alisson Becker, I say Queven Kelleher keeps his spot. But it's like having the Messi of goalkeepers or the Ronaldo of goalkeepers as your goalkeeper, and he's fit and available again. You know, managers will just put him back in the team, unfortunately for me. But if it was any other goalkeeper, if it weren't Alisson Becker and we had any other goalkeeper in the Premier League right now,
yeah, if we had like an Edison.
Yeah, I would say Kelleher keeps his spot. I think Kelleher's a better goalkeeper than Edison between the sticks. So I'd say he keeps his spot. I just think it's an amazing thing, by the way. We talk about squad depth all the time. We've got some of the best squad depth in goalkeepers.
We never talk about the squad depth in the goalkeeper department, do we? Really?
We're having a debate about who should actually be our number one: Alisson, Marmadashvili, Kelleher. And at this moment in time, we can't decide, and that tells you how good all three goalkeepers are, and how good the two we got right now. Because Marmadashvili is at Valencia, but how good these two goalkeepers are right now. That we are deciding should Kelleher keep his spot? I think Kelleher plays against City, and you give Ali all the time in the world to make sure he's 100%. I do think his injuries are down to Klopp rushing him back too much.
He wasn't on the bench, was he?
No, he was in the stands, wasn't he?
Yeah, we had two goalkeepers on the bench, but Ali wasn't there, was he? It was like Jaros and Davies, I think, were on the bench.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So
that Davies looks a good goalkeeper as well, by the way.
Yeah, Davies is a good player as well. He looks good as well. He might be our third choice next season.
Yeah, I think Jaros will probably go.
Yeah,
he has to really. He's a goalkeeper that should be playing first team football.
I'm with you on Kelleher, because I didn't realise his contract was 2026. So obviously, summer of 25, he'll have a year left in his deal. I don't think he's going to sign a new contract because if Ali's staying at the club, he probably knows he's not going to be first choice. So
he'll only sign if he's guaranteed
first choice. Yeah, so that would mean
that's fair.
Liverpool want money for him, man. Even with a year left, he's 26. So he's a good age. He's an international footballer. Yeah, they want good money for him still as a goalkeeper. They probably want the 25 million they wanted the year before.
And
if they don't get it, they won't sell him.
He could be anything, seriously.
Yeah.
Like we talk about Liverpool just looking like they could be on the verge of something special. And he could be our number one goalkeeper throughout it. And he's 26. Years and years ahead of him.
We went from Karius and Mingale to our 1 and 2 to Alisson and Kelleher. Yeah.
By the way, Karius was a pretty good goalkeeper when we signed him.
Yeah, he's actually
won Bundesliga goalkeeper of the year before we signed him.
He weren't actually too bad before that.
He wasn't bad with us either, by the way. He just never came off the line enough.
And the sad thing about Karius that I heard today is that he's only 31 and he's contemplating retiring.
I know.
Because no team wants to sign him.
No.
Yeah, that final killed him, man.
Absolutely destroyed him.
That final killed his career.
And the concussion was the reason.
Well, he got concussion, didn't he?
Pretty much.
If concussion protocol was like it is today, he would have been subbed in that game. And things
he
might have
played
been
a cup final as well for Newcastle, didn't he?
Yeah,
he was really good in that.
I feel for the man. I do feel for the man. But look, Queven's an academy player as well.
He's a good-looking bastard, and he's got loads of money. He'd be all right.
The thing with Queven as well, why Liverpool might want to sell him, because he's an academy player, it's 100% profit as well, 100%. Won't it? So,
Oh, is he a DJ? Okay, there you go. DJ Karius.
Our goalkeeping situation is ridiculous. We're lucky, man. We are very lucky. And it's down to Slot's management how he deals with this, because you're either telling arguably one of the best goalkeepers, if not the best goalkeeper in the world, that you're not going to play, or you're going to tell Karius that no matter how good you've been, this guy's coming back in. So this is all down now to our
Kelleher, not Karius.
Yeah, Kelleher, sorry. Did I say Karius? Yeah, how good his management actually is. So this is a task for him there, and one he probably doesn't want quite to do, but he's going to have to figure it out. There's no doubt about it.
That's why he gets paid the big bucks.
Yeah, exactly. Robbo gave away a penalty again last night. But I will say, apart from that, I thought Robbo had a really good game. But again, it's Robbo's lack of urgency and his lack of awareness there that's letting him down, man. Because if he didn't give away that bloody stupid penalty, that
was a brilliant assist as well.
Yeah, he had a bloody good game. He had a really good game. And then he ruins it all. And it's 2 penalties in a week now that he's given away through his he's just not alert to the danger like he used to be, is he? And he's very clumsy now. And I was screaming at my telly when Robbo gave the penalty. I was like, "What are you doing, you idiot? You've had such a good game. We're in control of this match. We're totally got control of the tempo." And you do something silly like that, and it's so un-Robbo of, we're not used to.
No, it's not. It's not now. No, it's not now.
Like years past. It's so
it's Robbo. It's Robbo-esque now.
Yeah.
Look, his body isn't what it used to be. Like his athleticism isn't what it used to be. His mind isn't what it used to be. Like he's feeling like a Fabinho, where he's trying to do more than he's capable of doing. And then he's starting to doubt himself now, and he's starting to let players get past him. He's starting to drop back further. Like, we seem to have this offside where when Robbo's in the team where he's too deep and the line's not there.
Yep.
It's happened a few times. He's letting players skin him. He's giving players a bit more space to move in because he wants to be able to get there in time, and he's not getting in there in time. And it wasn't a penalty against Southampton. It wasn't a penalty. Like, it was outside the box.
Yeah.
But it was still a tackle that didn't have to get made because he had Gravenberch overlapping to help him. So the play would have just got shepherded out. And then you've got yesterday, like, they did nothing in that game, and that could have been a 1-1 draw. It could have been a 1-1 draw. If Mbappe would have scored, that would have been a 1-1, because they'd have had their tails up and they'd have probably just completely sat back, and we might not have been able to break them down to get the winner. And for me, he's going to let us down. He's going to let us down this season.
It is sloppy from Robbo.
I don't know how many times we can bail Robbo out, and for him to have the audacity to go on a TV show and make a joke about, Queven didn't have anything to do, so I gave him something to do.
That's Robbo's personality.
I'm like, you're just an arsehole. Like, you're just an arsehole for doing that. For me, take responsibility for you being shit in the game.
That's Robbo's personality, though.
Yeah, but I don't like it. I don't like that. We don't need jokers anymore, mate. We don't need jokers. Like the holiday camp under Klopp has gone. Like, that's all gone now. We're now working with the adults. Like, we're starting to do things the right way now, which we probably should have done a couple of years ago. But we are where we are now, and look how good it is. And we don't need jokers. So see you later, mate. See you later. We can do better.
I agree with everything you said about Robbo. It is a shame.
I know he got an assist. Okay.
He came out, sorry, he said he did have a good game. It's just that he let himself down with the penalty.
Yeah.
I know everyone's saying this is Robbo's last year. I don't think it is, guys. I literally think.
Oh, I think it is.
I think Tsimikas goes and Liverpool buy a new left back and Robbo's number 2. I think that's what it's going to be.
I think it is because Robbo's not finished. Robbo has not finished with bozo moments this season. He is not finished.
I just feel like because Tsimikas made that left back position his own, I just feel like I think Robbo will stay and Tsimikas will be the one who goes. I think Liverpool want another number 1. They want. Slot obviously wants another left back there, like a Kirkes or something like that, out in Norwich, something like that, in that left back position. And I could see Robbo being the number 2. I could just see him being the number 2 in that left back position. I think, I think it's Tsimikas who would be the one who leaves. I just don't see Tsimikas. I just don't see Tsimikas staying. I like Robbo. I love the guy, but he didn't come out and said it himself. He's not 25 anymore. He said that himself the other week, didn't he? I'm not 25 anymore. I'm 30 now.
And then made loads of mistakes.
Yeah, I mean, he's a weird player, Robbo. Because as I say, I watched him yesterday, and he plays so well, and then you just go and do something daft like that. But that's his awareness, man. So it's awareness. he's been one of the best left backs in the Premier League era. There's no doubt about that. He's just coming to the end of his run now.
I think he's 31. He's 31 in January as well. So
yeah, he's coming to the end.
I don't think I can't see us giving him a new contract, mate. I just can't. I can't see Edwards and Hughes seeing the value in giving him a new contract when he's clearly making mistake after mistake in games.
The problem is,
and I think he's on borrowed time now. Like, and it's not a coincidence that we are linked with a shitload of left backs.
Oh yeah, the new left back we'll buy will be the number one left back who plays every week. There's no doubt about that. I just don't see the club getting rid of both left backs this summer. I just don't see Tsimikas and Robbo going, and I just feel like they'll let Tsimikas go.
Do you think maybe Robbo will just his contract will just expire then?
Yeah, I don't think they'll sell Robbo. I think there's more value in getting a few quid for Tsimikas and letting Robbo just let him go for a free at the end of his contract.
I just can't see Robbo playing second choice though. Mate. I just can't see him playing.
Well, he's done
he's
it.
One of our highest paid players. He's on 160 grand, I think, isn't he?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I think Robbo stays. Yeah, I think Robbo stays. I literally do. I think Robbo stays. Tsimikas goes. You go and get a new left back, and he'll be your number one choice. Because you've got to get.
Been great, by the way, this season.
Yeah,
he's been great this season.
It's been okay. I think he's made as many defensive mistakes as Robbo.
He hasn't made any. He's not made any.
He gives away so many fouls on the edge of our box.
I think you mixed up with Diaz.
Yeah, he just gives away a lot of fouls, Tsimikas, on the edge of our box a lot of the time. I think Robbo and Tsimikas have both got the same floor. Yeah, I just don't see I think the club will see more value in getting a few million for Tsimikas and letting Robbo's contract expire.
I do feel though it will happen pretty quickly though. I do feel that we will start moving on some of the players that Jurgen's bought years and years ago. I really do. I really do. I think Slot sold 17 players in his first season, like his first full transfer window, like the whole double transfer window when he went to Feyenoord. I think he got rid of 17 players. So there's a good chance a couple might go. Like I genuinely do think a couple might go.
I think I've already said it before. I think Liverpool go sell about 7 or 8 players in the summer.
I do feel like there will be a move for a few.
I think Liverpool go a big summer. I think Liverpool go sell around 7 or 8 players.
I genuinely believe like this summer coming up could be the biggest transfer window we've ever had.
Yeah, I agree. I think there'll be a lot of movement this summer. Just news. Apparently, Naby Keita's been training at AXA.
That's nice. That's nice.
While he's trying to wait for a new club.
Was he fit?
Letting him use facilities. Probably still got a house around the area, ain't he? So
yeah, he will have.
Yeah. Left back. Yeah, left back is more needed this January than the midfielder, in my opinion. Yeah, I think we need left back more. Because I don't trust either of them. I'm going to say that. I don't trust Tsimikas. I don't trust Robbo. So, for me personally, we do need a left back this January. Unless they do it that way. Unless they get a left back this January and a left back in the summer, then you can let Robbo and Tsimikas both go at the same time. That will make sense. I just don't know how. I think there'd be more people willing to buy Tsimikas over Robbo because of Robbo's contract that he's got at Liverpool compared to Tsimikas's. Like Tsimikas, you can get Tsimikas for 5 million and give him a little contract. Where if you're going to buy Robbo, you'll probably go buy him for the same amount of money, and he's going to garner a bigger contract because of who he is and the contract he's on. So I actually think it's easier shifting Tsimikas out the door than it probably is Robbo.
There'll be loads of suitors for Tsimikas.
That's what I'm
playing
saying.
on the continent.
Yeah, and he's got a smaller, and it'd be smaller contract, won't it?
He could easily go and play in Turkey or Greece again, or even Italy. There's Italian teams that pay Tsimikas.
You can get 5 million for Tsimikas, and he'd go somewhere and be on like 70 grand a week or something like that, 50 grand a week. With Robbo, I just don't see that being the case. So I think
he's got 80 grand now. I think Tsimikas is 80 grand.
Yeah, and I just don't see I just don't see Robbo teams going in for Robbo like they would for Simicast. I think it'd be easier. I don't like.
I actually think he'll sign a new contract at Bayern Munich.
Yeah, he's a bit of a TikTok footballer for me.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan. So news about
defending. He's not really good at defending.
No, he's all about his pace and.
Are you going to play him as the left-sided left back? He needs to defend. Like Kerkez is perfect. He's a really good defender. Like great defender.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
So Virgil, there's a lot of news. It was going all back today. Like a lot of people think Virgil's close to signing a new deal.
Have you seen the IndyCar cheat?
Yeah, I saw Indy's thing about Salah as well.
That's a wild one, that mate. Henry's been on the phone for half an hour with most representatives.
Well, apparently, John W. Henry and that are flying over this weekend, I believe. So maybe
the City game that makes sense, doesn't it, for the City?
Yeah.
Game.
So something might happen this weekend. So they are.
Man, imagine getting all three of them done while they're there. That would just shut everyone up. About FSG.
To be fair to Indy, he has got a couple of things right recently, and I think
good recently.
There was one thing he got right that even David Ornstein re-quoted him in and put his name in the post. You know, that David Ornstein put out. So he has got a couple of things right. I think that obviously people are also talking about why Slot's press conference was today and not tomorrow. He's the only Premier League manager, I believe, who had a press conference today. I know people said there's a Premier League game tomorrow, but there'll still be press conferences tomorrow. The last time they had a press conference
he normally does it Friday morning.
Yeah, Friday morning, because we're playing Sunday. You don't need to do it on Thursday.
Interesting. Who knows?
So obviously rumours are ramping wild. I've always said it. I think Virgil's the easiest one to sign out.
Virgil could be getting done today. Virgil could have been done today, by the way. That contract could have been done. Virgil was the
easiest contract to do, in my opinion, because if you look at it like this, so Virgil's on 210 a week, 220 a week, right? I don't believe Virgil's asked for much. Yeah, I don't think he's asked for too much bump in wages. He just wants years on his contract. Salah's on 350 grand a week, wanting years of his contract with 350 grand a week, and Trent wants a monster pay rise. I
think Virgil's only getting a year, by the way.
Yeah, so Virgil,
getting a year off us.
Yeah, because Virgil wants Virgil. I believe this went under the radar a bit. When Virgil was talking about contracts, he said he wanted a contract up to the World Cup, which is the following summer, ain't it? 2026 is the World Cup, something like that.
Yeah.
So that would make sense if you have a year extension that takes him to the World Cup, right? And then he has to think about what he wants to do after that. Virgil, contract-wise, pay-wise, because where he sits right now in the middle, he's easiest to do. Trent on 180 is going to want a bigger pay rise. Salah's on the highest end of wages as it is. So if you look at Virgil contract's probably the easiest to do. Slot's press was today said to spend more time with his family. All right, big up Slot. I love that. I love that. So he brought it a day forward. You know,
maybe he had to get the shopping again.
Yeah, I love that, man. I love that. Big up to Arne. But yeah, obviously, I do think Virgil might be the closest. I think he might be the first one to sign. I think the club are desperate to keep Mo as well. There's no doubt about it. The club are desperate to keep Mo Salah. Why wouldn't they be? I mean, it'd be stupid to let him go.
The stuff from Melissa Reddy made perfect sense. Like we haven't offered him a contract because he'll reject it.
And it gives everyone, you don't want to undervalue your star player by giving him a contract he's going to reject, because that insults the player, don't it? So you want to wait.
And we only started talking 6 weeks ago, apparently.
Yeah, it's October. Yeah, we've only talked about
which is exactly what Hugh said.
Yeah,
he literally said that was when he was going to start doing stuff, and everyone was going crazy. Well, why hasn't he done anything? Well, he actually told you when he was going to do it.
Yeah, October. So I ain't been talking that lot. The way I'm looking at it right now,
said it was going to be a busy October and November and December. That's what he said.
Yeah.
Like,
I think they extend Mo and Virgil. I just don't think Trent's going to sign a deal.
No, I don't think Trent's going.
I
think Trent might get sold, by the way.
Yeah, I just don't think Trent's going to sign a deal, man.
I think Trent might get sold. Like, I genuinely think we might just bite the bullet on this one and go, all right, and someone's going to have to buy him off us.
Yeah, I'm just looking now. I've been listening to a lot of Liverpool content creators. I was listening to the guys at Anfield Agenda and stuff like that, and they got a lot of people in the know there, and they're basically talking about, like, it's just there's a feeling inside the club that what Trent wants as a right back isn't sustainable enough, because when you got other right backs like Conor Bradley and you got players like Konate and Luis Diaz, we can't. Like, I know people think it right. Why can't you have every player on $300,000 a week? It's just not. It doesn't work like that. You know, it don't work like that. And if you get Trent going up to $300,000 a week, you got Salah on 300 plus a week. You got Virgil on like 250, 260. You know, Konate is going to knock on the door and go, look, I'm second best defender in the world at the moment. I want Virgil money. And then, fucking hell. And then Luis Diaz comes in and went, I'm in absolute form at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, I should be on double my money. You know,
yeah.
So
and if we keep Queven's going to be like, well,
yeah. And if Queven
and Curtis Jones, like, where's my money? Like, these guys are only paid like 20 grand, 30 grand.
Yeah, it's gotta be hard to do. And I've said it time and time again. Like, people might not agree with me here, and I'm not a Trent hater.
We're not Trent haters.
It might be because I'm old. Me and K-Mac are older, but I lean more towards Virgil and Mo. You know, I don't know what it is. I just lean more towards them two. When they talk, they actually sound more passionate. Like they want to stay, they want to be here. And when I listen to Trent, I'm like, if your head's this messed up and you want to go. You know, and at the end of the day, people might not like it, but he is the most replaceable out of the three. He just is. You know, he is the most replaceable. With Mo Salah, look, if you give Mo Salah 3 years, on what he's on now, and he stays on the same wage, where I believe with the problem with Virgil and Mo and the club right now is not actually a pay rise, it's the years of contract. If Mo wants 3 years, that is 52 million quid, I believe Mo receives, yeah? Who you go buy for 52 million quid that's going to replace Mo Salah?
No one.
So you might as well just
buy a foot.
Yeah. So in this transfer market, in this day and age, you might as well just keep Mo Salah, mightn't you? For 3 more years. And in that same time, like me and K-Mac have said plenty of times, go and find the player while Salah's here for the next 3 years. You know, go and do it that way.
But that's the thing about it, though, isn't it? You're not going to get a player who's going to come in to know that they're second fiddle to Salah, because
it's difficult.
They have to be good. They have to be good enough to play if Salah's not playing.
Yeah, and
how do you juggle that?
And when people said in the summer, go and buy Elise from Palace, and when's he going to play?
You can't go to Elise. He's got to be a first team there.
How do you go to Elise? Go right, son. Right, we really want you here at Liverpool, but the problem, you know, Mo Salah's our right winger, and
you might get 3 minutes at the end of the game.
If he's injured, you play, sort of thing. How do you get, like? There's a reason why players like Messi, Ronaldo, Harry Kane, Salah's of the world, you know, Erling Haaland, you know, they've got no replacements. They've got no replacements because who do you get in? Alvarez had to leave City because he just weren't going to get a play.
Yeah.
How do you get a player to sit there and go, all right, and then I don't want a player just coming for the money, you know, sitting there because they're going to get well paid. Does anyone else want that? I don't. So it's such
a different type of player, that, isn't it? Different type of character for Liverpool that we don't have those.
On form at the moment, Mo Salah's probably arguably the best player in the world on form. So
I will say, though, LFC Shankly's kind of put a good comment in there. The worry is FSG are wage saving. And the reason why I'll say that they could be is because it's now been reported that we got 110 million pound loss in revenue last season.
It's because of that Champions League, wasn't it?
Because of the Champions League, and also because we spent over 60 million extra on the stadium.
Yeah.
So I will mention that. And we also had one of our biggest windows as well with all those midfielders. Like, that was a big window, by the way. And remember, a lot of players walked out the door on frees. So we didn't make a huge amount of money. So I will say that, but they're not excuses, by the way. They're not excuses.
Yeah, and two of them players have release clauses that we had to get bank loans to pay.
Yeah.
So
we have had a lot of wages go out, as in Thiago and Matip and Adrian. Like there's a lot of wages that have gone out.
So yeah, the record losses, as everyone's saying now, is so Liverpool had to they were extending Anfield, so you have to put that cost into it. They were
that cost 150 million in the end, by the way.
Yeah, so if Liverpool were in the Champions League that year, that covers the cost of the stadium, Champions League revenue alone. But because they weren't in the Champions League, you lose so much revenue, the stadium cost, and then we bought two players with release clauses, especially with Spurs, where they get a bank loan for. And I know people go, well, why do you get a bank loan? That's what happens in football. Release clauses are paid on bank loans. That's what they do because you have to pay all the money up front. Transfers are not usually paid like that. Yeah. You know, you don't usually go like if Szoboszlai weren't a
you can also use it differently because it's a loan. It's not coming from the
exactly
the FFP side of things.
And if you do release clause, like so, say Szoboszlai was a 60 million pound transfer, and that's what we agreed, but it had no release clause. It might have been 10 million up front. You know, and that's how transfers, not just with Liverpool, usually work anyway. You know, it is usually that's how you agree transfers on. But Liverpool had to pay 60 million up front and 35. So Liverpool paid 95 million pound up front for McAllister and Szoboszlai in the same summer. Also, then went and got Endo and Gravenberch in that same summer. Also,
34.
Yeah. Also extending the stadium.
16, I think, wasn't he? 16.
Yeah. Also extending the stadium and no Champions League revenue.
It was a lot.
That's why Liverpool took a hit, man. And now the stadium's done for the years to come. Liverpool should actually be all right because they'll have more profit.
We're also back in the Champions League, so that's
and back in Champions League. So yeah, we're all fucked because of Szoboszlai.
Yeah, blame him for everything.
Poor Szoboszlai, man. Poor Szoboszlai. But yeah, look. Hopefully, Jamie, you've seen the protest taking place Sunday at Anfield versus City, as it's United versus Everton been talking about the ticket stuff. So apparently the only Premier League team this year that didn't raise their ticket prices were Crystal Palace. They were the only team.
Every other to go there.
Yeah, I mean,
it was like 26,000 seater or something in it.
Can you imagine raising your pallet ticket price? So every Premier League team raised their ticket prices, and Liverpool have now done it 2 years on the trot. Although it's only 1% each time, it shouldn't be happening. These teams earn enough money; they don't have to. There should be a freeze on all ticket prices. Look,
ticket prices should be lower, mate.
You're paying £1,200 for a season ticket.
That's ridiculous.
Then you're playing a Sky Sports package, a BT package, or a TNT Sports package, Amazon packages for the other four. So you're paying all this out. The Premier League.
I'm not paying BT, mate. I'm not paying TNT. No way. I'm not listening to them.
They pay out so much. The money they receive billions and billions.
Yeah.
Tickets should be so. I think all teams in the Premier League should protest ticket prices, not just Liverpool and that. Every team in the Premier League should be on that bandwagon. Let's get this to stop now. You know, it's getting too
100%.
expensive. You make too much money. You're trying to phase the fans out because they want the commercial fans to come in. You know, the directors and stuff like that. That's what they're, the business people. That's what they're trying to get into stadiums now.
That's what they built our stand for, mate.
Exactly, and it is true. It's true. I mean, Chelsea have a £5,000 ticket. That's insane.
Jesus.
It's just, football economy. It's just broke, man. It's absolutely abysmal right now.
I mean, that's the only thing that I agree with Neville on anything is when he talks about that we need to sort that out. We need to sort out somebody, an independent group of people that can come in and sort out the ticket prices and, you know, the sustainability of clubs and stuff like that. I agree with him. Like, it shouldn't be managed by the people who've got all the money, who just make more money and more money. Like, I agree with him on that. It's because he owns a club as well, doesn't he? He owns Salford City, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he does sack every manager going.
Yeah, no, he's an absolute idiot, like on so many levels. But I do agree with him on that about
it's easier
the grassroots and the ticket prices and the money sustainability side of things. I agree.
It's our sport. Yeah, football is an English. It was made by. It's a British sport that gave it to the world.
Neville the PM, no. Mind you, the PM right now, like,
you might not.
Me and Jamie could do a better job.
The Premier League on its own makes like £4 billion a year.
It's insane.
It just makes so much money. It doesn't need any help. Yeah, it's the most watched league in the world. Right. In America, you can get.
And they hire the crappiest refs. Sorry.
Yeah, you can get a $20 package in America and get every game. Like every game. Like, and in our own country, we're made to pay over the odds.
How much is it to go to a Bayern Munich game? Isn't it like
and they
euros or something?
Yeah, like and they put your travel in the ticket as well, don't they?
It's like really cheap to go to German games.
And that's the other thing.
I used to go to German games when I lived out there. They're great.
Yeah, and your travel's not included in the ticket half the time here either. And then they put your game on at 8 p.m. on a Saturday, knowing that the trains are going to strike and you can't get home.
That's just Liverpool, isn't it? They just screw us like that all the time.
It's Coppish raid.
I think you've just got a Coppish raid.
I didn't even know Coppish are on.
I didn't know they were on either. Well, they don't do Thursdays.
I didn't even know they're on. Big up the Coppish crew in the house.
Cal was on. Cal was on Hussein's Cal was on Hussein's at half time. Oh no, it wasn't. It was after the Madrid game on Monts. He'd broken down with his car, hadn't he, or something? Or he got a flat tire or something. He was just shouting about Madrid. It was so funny. Big up Monts. Big up Monts and Cal, sorry.
Oh, they were doing the Man City bring through set by Cal. Big up Cal.
Big up
Cal in the house. Big up everyone. Hope you're all doing good.
He was like live shouting through his WhatsApp on Monts' channel yesterday. It was funny.
Talk about Man City preview if you've got a little bit of time. We'll quickly run through the Man City game because I'm busy tomorrow. Big up Cal and the Coppish crew. Appreciate the love. Man City on Sunday came back. The City are going through it right now. Absolute through it. You got Pep destroying his own face. You know, he's going through it as well.
Do you see his lip?
I just don't
punch himself in the lip.
When he said in the interview, I need to harm myself. And I'm like, what the fuck are you on about?
Mad.
Like, he needs looking after. Like, that's, you know,
I said this to you at the start of the season as well. Like, and people were like, yeah, whatever. And I said the 150, the 115 will have an effect on them this season. Because you can't ignore that. Like, what they're going through, that just can't be ignored. And it's starting to take its toll. And there's now stuff that's coming out. That, like, their owners might be told to leave the country, mate.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. There's a lot of shit happening.
That is something that could happen. And we talked about this as well. We talked about the fact that it's not Pep that's the worry for me with Man City. It's the owners. Because they will just find another person and just bankroll them like all the others.
It's completely bankrolled, man. Just completely bankrolled.
But Pep's feeling it. Pep is feeling it.
He
signed a new contract and he's been gash.
He's Yeah, he's going through it right now. There's no doubt about it.
I think he'll walk. I think he'll walk, mate.
Well, he's never gone through anything like this in his managerial career, has he? You know, everything's been good for him. And the thing with Pep, he don't usually stay this long at a football club. So before
10 years, is it 10
years? Yeah,
years?
it'd be 10 years next season that he's been at Man City. He usually does like 4 or 5 years and he's out of there because I think Pep.
Big controversy as well.
Yeah, and because Pep is so, like his brain doesn't stop, does it? He must think everything about the game 24/7. Yeah.
Well, he had a sabbatical, didn't he? And his wife was like, "You still won't shut up about football? Like, just go back."
Yeah, it's just he's just so intense. Like, even the players say, his ex-players, they've never said he's just so intense.
Yeah,
and he's never got to a level where teams start to crumble a little bit because he usually gets out of there before that happens, keeps himself fresh, and he's going through it with City right now. Look, also Man City that's not been spoke about, and I don't think the people have spoke about it enough. The last couple of years, their transfer windows have been terrible. They really have. They've not been good enough. They've sold all their young players. They've sold, and all the old players they've kept. And now them old players are all getting old together.
And they're bringing some of them back.
Yeah, like Gundogan left because he couldn't. They couldn't work out a contract deal. Gundogan apparently wanted 2 years. City weren't willing to give it to him, so he went to Barcelona. Then they bring him back at 34, and he ain't got the legs.
He didn't have the legs of Barca either.
No, but I mean, because it's Spanish league, he can play higher up the pitch.
He can do it.
Bernardo Silva has coasted it for 18 months. Literally coasted it, and no one says anything. You know, Kevin De Bruyne is 33 now, going on 34, and he is injury after injury after injury. You know, the missing of obviously Rodri is huge. Oh, I'll be the best midfielder in the world, so it will be huge. No real DM replacement. Kovacic gets injured.
He's in his 30s, isn't he? Is he in his 30s now?
Yeah, he's 30. Their wingers don't score goals. You know, Silvinho don't score or create. Doku don't really score and create.
Kyle Walker's on a huge trajectory down. Even John Stones is getting on that. I think John Stones is in his 30s now, isn't he?
So, saying all this...
Edison's making more mistakes.
Saying all this, how many goals are you going to pump past City?
I don't know.
or is City going to turn up like prime Barcelona in like 15, 16?
No, I think it'll be... I think it'll maybe be 2-1.
Yeah, I think it might be a tighter game and people think
2-1, 3-2. No, they won't score 2. They won't get 2 at Anfield.
Everyone
maybe 2-1. 2-1.
Everyone in the chat, what did the Coppish guys say? What was their prediction? What did the Coppish guy? Everyone has just come back from Coppish. Big up to you guys. What them guys in the chat say? 3-1.
Yeah, 2-1. I think Diaz will score as well, but I don't know who else will score.
Yeah,
Diaz. Not their Diaz. Or Diaz.
Yeah, Diaz might be back. 4-2, 2-1, 3-1 to us. We got a win, yeah. Coppish predicted 2-1. I think it'd be a tight game. I think it'd be a tight game.
I think it'd be a tight game. I think it'd be a tight game because I think Man City will have to start having tighter games.
Yeah, I think Pep's going to not park the bus, but I think he's going to go more defensively.
Well, Slot said, didn't he? Slot said
he usually does.
He'll just come up with a madness.
He'll come up with madness. Yeah, and they do. And that's what they're good at, you know. That's why Pep's the greatest, man. He will come up with an idea to frustrate. I think he's going to go super defensive, man. I think he might go super defensive. There's no way you just watch Real Madrid go to Liverpool and lose 2-0. They went to fight. They were 3-0 up against Feyenoord and drew 3-3. They got smashed by Tottenham. He can't come and play open at Anfield. He knows that.
He has to pack the midfield because we'll just run them ragged. Like the legs we've got in our midfield compared to theirs. Like Gundogan,
have they got the legs
on midfield?
Have they got the legs to pack their midfield?
Bernardo Silva, they haven't got players that can run like ours.
I'd be surprised if De Bruyne don't start. I feel like De Bruyne.
I mean, he's not got the legs either. Like they've got 3 tiring players there.
I feel like they might start De Bruyne and sort of have him playing like a second striker behind Haaland and have him really close, so they don't have to do the defensive work.
It's a good point, Russell. We did completely dominate them at Anfield, and we didn't get the luck really with because we had Michael Oliver. And we've also got really bad refs for this one as well. We've got 4 Mancunian referees.
Yeah. Or as they put it, Greater Manchester.
4 officials that are all from the Manchester area, and we're playing a Manchester side.
Yeah. We can see it happening. It should be. I would love it to be absolutely destroy them. I'm just trying to think the way City could set up, because I know how Liverpool go set up, but the way City go set up, like they've been using Lewis, Rico Lewis.
They've been playing him as a midfielder, innit?
And he's just
midfielder, yeah.
He's just not good enough, is he?
He's not.
They're playing Stones next to him. If they play Rico Lewis and Stones as a double DM, and they're playing Mateus Nunes and Bernardo Silva are good, the one ahead of them. Curtis Jones and McAllister and
Gravenberch, they're going to eat him alive.
They just go with that midfield up. Yeah.
And if they play Kyle Walker and we've got Diaz and Salah, Jesus.
Yeah.
Even Nunes, if he plays Nunes, I
don't think he's got any choice to play Kyle Walker at the moment. That's the problem, ain't it?
He's got no one else, has he?
Well, Rico Lewis is more of a right back usually, ain't he?
Yeah.
But he has to play in midfield right now. So
he played a Kanji in the last game.
Yeah, Kanji's a good defender.
Yeah.
Ake, Diaz.
Ake's in his 30s as well now.
Yeah. And Gravadol, he's been excellent, but the last 3 games
he's been terrible defending. Defending.
It's just been terrible the last 3 games. I think they'll go Gravadol.
The thing about Guardo, mate, is he's like their goal outlet. He plays so high up because they know that he can get a goal.
Only their second top goal scorer.
Yeah, he nearly scored against Feyenoord as well.
He's a good player, man, but
he has chances.
Defensively, he's been a bit all over the place.
He reminds me of Robbo, to be honest.
To be fair to him, he's actually meant to be a centre back, ain't he? So
yeah, he's meant to be a centre back. Fair point.
I just look at our midfield.
Oh yeah, they could play Poussey.
Yeah. That'd be they can't. They can't. I don't think he can do that. I think he'll bring Diaz back alongside.
He was pretty good though. He was pretty good when they played him.
Yeah, this is Liverpool at Anfield. That is a step up. That's a heck of a step up.
This is the best team in the world right now.
Yeah, exactly. I think he'll go
on their home turf.
I think he'll go Akanji and Diaz at the centre backs, Gravadol and Walker. I think he will go Rico Lewis because he has to. Gundogan, Foden, and maybe De Bruyne in midfield, and having De Bruyne close to Haaland, and then Jack Grealish, and I think Jack Grealish will play this game, and Savinho on the other side. And for Liverpool, I think you just go again, which played Real Madrid.
Yeah,
I think you just go again. I literally just think
Trent will be playing instead.
Trent will be at right back, and maybe Gomez will be in for Konate, depending how fit Konate is.
That's a 4:00 kickoff on Sunday, by the way, which is great because I thought that was a stupid 12:30.
No, that's the Everton game next Sunday, next Saturday. With the front three though, do you go Darwin for this game, or do you go Luis Diaz through the middle and Gakpo on the left?
No, I think he'll play. I think he'll play Nunes again.
He
seems to have that now as his front three for the first half, and then Gakpo comes on. Even though Gakpo scores all the time, he's still.
Oh, Diaz against Walker, man.
I know that's going to be naughty, that, isn't it?
Yeah, and Darwin can also shift over to that left hand side and help as well, can't he? So
absolutely terrorise him.
With Walker's legs at the moment, the way he's playing, Diaz and Darwin, if they can combine on that left hand side, absolutely rip them apart over there. and I don't think they got the midfield runners to get back at the moment.
I was speaking to the wife before, and I obviously told her about the fact that Man City dropped a 3-0 lead against a slot side, his old side. That's the first time any Champions League team has ever lost a 3-0 lead in the 75th minute.
Yeah, they're going for it, man.
History. And then if he comes to Anfield and gets beat by Slot, so he gets beat by Slot and he drops points against the Slot's old team, and that's just like
fuck. What made me laugh? What made me laugh as well is that Feyenoord sung the Arne Slot song, and they sung "You Never Walk Alone" as well. They were really digging it in.
I mean, there's only like 3 players that were missing out of that team that weren't Arnie's.
Look,
because he'd been sold.
I just feel like Liverpool have to hurt Man City in this game. I think we have to put a hurting on them. A proper hurting on them.
What we need to do, that I think we will do, but what we really need to do is we need to make this league. We need to dominate this league so much that nobody can catch us. That they literally just give up.
That's what happened last time.
That's what happened last time. That's the only way you're going to beat Manchester City, is if you just blow them out of the water and then they just go, we can't do it. Like, we can't attain that lead. We can't attain those number of points. Like, and that's the only way it's going to be able to be done against City.
If we beat them and go 11 points clear, and with this City at the moment, I think they could still drop points as well. They're just not at it. Look, you can't win a league in November, but you can lose it. There's no doubt about it. If we go 11 points clear of City, we beat them, guys. Everyone in the chat. If we beat City, go 11 points clear of them. Are we talking about a 2-horse race between Liverpool and Arsenal now?
And that's still 9 points, by the way.
And they're still 9 points, but Arsenal seem to get in their groove back now and playing well again. Are we looking at, because if Arsenal beat West Ham in the 5:30 kickoff on Saturday, they will go 2 points behind.
Don't write West Ham off. They beat Newcastle at their ground.
Yeah, I mean,
don't write West Ham off.
Fingers crossed. I think we're City and Arsenal. They have to win games. So, yeah, I think
I can't see us dropping 9 points.
Not at this moment in time.
I can't see us dropping 9 points. And I said this on Mon's channel, like, because one of the Arsenal guys was on, and he was just like, "Oh, what about Arsenal? What about Arsenal?" I said, yeah. I said, "You're great, but are Liverpool going to drop 9 points? Like, because that's what we need to do. We need to drop 9 points for you to catch us up. But you also need to win those games." And you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's
like at the moment, all I can see is potentially a draw in some games, and that's, you know, if we go a goal up, like, it's very, very rare. Like, the game against Southampton is the only time Liverpool have gone a goal up, a goal down, and then came back to win the game. That's the only time it's happened in, like, the last, I think it's 7 years.
Yeah,
that's how good we are in going in front in games and actually staying in front in games. And that's how bad we are in not getting back into games when we're losing games. And the fact that we've done that under Slot now is another side of what he's capable of, like with the Southampton game.
Yeah, definitely. And as Zia says here, just remember, 11-point lead is nothing. We caught up City in the quad season. There were 14 points. We were 14 points behind. I think we had games in hand though. Yeah,
we did. We had two.
Yeah, and this ain't got no games in hand at the moment, and it could be 11 points clear. That's a heck of a lot.
City have got to go to Arsenal, by the way. City have to go to Arsenal as well. Like,
yeah, we got a lot of hard away games.
City have to go to Tottenham as well, who smashed them at their ground. Like City have got hard games still. Like,
yeah, big up Mo is big up Judge Mo is just raided as well. Big up Judge Mo and everyone from Mo's chat. Appreciate it. If you've not hit the like and subscribe as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my man K-Mac.
So I'm gonna put my name in the chat now because I'm jumping off.
Yeah, but yeah, like this Liverpool game. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's very important for Liverpool just to keep winning. I don't care about the scoreline or just keep winning.
I don't care about the game. Like,
if it's don't
just win.
If it's a 1-0 win, cool. If it's a 2-1 win, cool. Yeah. Oh, people will go, but Arsenal, Tottenham ripped them out 4-0. Who cares? Well, like 3 points is 3 points, and just what Liverpool got to do is just keep winning. It don't matter. Just keep winning, because if Liverpool keep winning, it's Tottenham, Arsenal and Man City can't afford to drop points. So a draw, if Liverpool keep winning, they draw, then that is as bad as a loss, because you can't drop points. Like, say if Arsenal drew to West Ham on Saturday and Liverpool beat Man City, they go 11 points clear of City and 11 points clear of Arsenal.
Yeah, 11 points.
Yeah, 11 points clear of both teams. That is very hard to come back from. It don't matter who you are, what caliber of player you are, what caliber of team you are. So for Liverpool Football Club,
only December.
Yeah, so we've got to keep winning. Yes, Liverpool got hard away games because we've had a lot of our games at home. Yes, we've got to go away to Spurs. We've got to go away to City. We've got to go away to Chelsea. We've got to go away to Aston Villa. They're probably our 4 hardest away games left. But Arsenal have got to come to Anfield. United have got to come to Anfield. Tottenham have still got to come to Anfield as well. So Liverpool have still got good home games left. Yeah, look, Liverpool just got to keep winning.
I don't care if it's off the back of Darwin's arse in the 90th minute. I don't care.
Getting the 3 points, man. It's all that matters. It's all
and
that
it'd be really funny if it is on Sunday.
I'd take any victory right now. I really would. I'd love to humble City and just go there and absolutely smash the granny out of them. I really would.
I just don't want any more basketball games, mate.
I just
the goal difference is huge as well with 4.
Yeah, the goal difference is big. The goal difference almost that's like another point as well.
It is like
Liverpool. What Liverpool have to do? They just have to win their games and not worry about City and Arsenal.
Keep on
just
doing
win your games, because what happens is if Liverpool do come into a little bit of a sticky period, which they will eventually, all teams go through it. If Liverpool got an 11-point lead over 2 teams, Liverpool can afford to have maybe a couple of games where they're not at it and drop a couple of points here and there. They've got that advantage where they're able to drop points. Where Arsenal and Man City are in a position right now where they can't drop any points. That's the difference we're at.
They're also in a position where they have to play all of their best players to get results. Like, we can swap a few players around and rotate a bit if we need to. At the end of the day, like this is another huge game, but we've already come through another huge game that's just happened. And they said that Champions League draw would be the hardest thing. Like, we've beaten everybody, like Leverkusen, Leipzig, Bologna, AC Milan, Real Madrid.
It's just
roll on.
Been test after test. Liverpool just got to keep winning.
Got Lille next.
Guys, got 343 people in the chat. If we can get the likes up to 200, I'd be appreciated.
Tonight, isn't it?
So, like, the likes are what really is helping YouTubers right now. It's helping the algorithm. So, you can get them likes up to 200, guys. I'd appreciate it. So, yeah, go and hit that fun button. It's free to do. It's free to do.
I'd appreciate it if you went over and subbed to my channel as well. I'd appreciate that.
There you go, guys.
My details are there. That'd be amazing on the road to 1,000.
Rack says that JB came out. Will our defence be shaky with Trent and Gomez coming back after a while out?
They only play with one striker.
Yeah, I think Virgil and Gomez, if they're playing, I think they'll be able to control a lot of the parts of the game for Haaland. Now, what City got? They got tricky wingers. You know, Savinho's quick and tricky. Doku's quick and tricky. So you just got to be on your game. If you can keep them quiet, you keep them quiet. But I got a feeling Jack Grealish plays on Sunday. Jack Grealish should be up against Trent. Well, I will say Trent under Slot has been a better defender.
Much better.
Because he's making him just sit back, not go really past the halfway line.
His numbers are really good as well. You know,
yeah,
he's one of the highest tacklers. He's heavily involved in defending now.
And if Jack Grealish does play, I'm not too worried about the pace on that side with Trent. You know, I don't think Grealish should be running away from Trent. I know Trent's not the quickest, but you know, Doku would cause Trent a little bit more issue with his pace, in my opinion. Yeah. So Grealish plays, I think Trent will be all right. I think Gomez are next to Virgil. I mean, anyone played against next to Virgil is all right. Me and K-Mac played against with Virgil tomorrow. We'd be all right, you know. You'll see it through the game.
So, be all right.
My worry is Robbo out on the left up against Silvinho if he plays. So I don't know if Tsimikas is fit. So if Tsimikas is not fit, Robbo, as we've seen it already, he's gone up against two quick wingers, three quick wingers already. You know,
I think he's got an ankle problem, hasn't he? Tsimikas.
Yeah, so I don't think
he did it in training, didn't he? Twisted it in training.
So I think Silvinho will be. Yeah, I think Silvinho will go a lot at Robbo, and Robbo is, as we've seen against Madrid and we saw against Southampton, he has that moment of, you know, bonkers
brain
farts and gives away penalties and stuff like that. So I think that has to be careful. But for City, they're going to be so concerned about Salah, Diaz and Darwin, in my opinion, that, you know, do you know how hard it is to keep all three of them quiet? No matter who you are. No matter who you are. So, yeah, get your score predictions in the chat, guys, before we go.
So I say 2-1 and yeah, up the Reds. I've got to shoot, mate. All right.
Yeah, big up, man. Big up.
Great joining you again and big up the chat. And yeah, my details are in there. If you can sub to my channel, that would be amazing as well. I'm out of here. See you later, guys.
See you later, man. Peace. Yeah, get your scores in the chat, guys. Get your scores in the chat. What we saying for the City game? What are we saying for the City game? I still think it might be a tight game. I don't know why, guys. I just got this feeling it's going to be a bit of a tight game. But let me know what you guys think. I think City might play a bit more defensively. 3-1. Yeah, big up, Richard. City going 4-0, 2-1, 2-2, 4-1, 2-0, 2-0, 2-1, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0. I mean, 1-0 would do me. 2-1, 2-1 would do me. You know, I want a clean sheet. Yeah, I'm with you, man. A celebration, you know. Should be tougher than Madrid. Yeah. 1-1, it thinks that, oh, Vern. Vern going with the 1-0, man. No, Vern. 4-0, smash them, yeah. I hope Liverpool start the game like the Madrid one and not the Southampton one. Yeah, does everyone think the Southampton game, Liverpool just had their eyes on Madrid? And that's why we didn't play the way we did. Obviously, we've got to give Southampton a lot of credit as well. They played good football and they set up their team very well. But do you guys think we took our eye off the Southampton game a bit mentally and put away attentions coming up on Madrid and City? Because the difference between the Southampton performance and the Real Madrid performance is so night and day. So night and day. But after that Madrid win, guys, I think Liverpool are going to be so hype. I think Liverpool are going to be, you know, the momentum's with Liverpool right now. You know, they're just in winning form. We're the best team in Europe for me right now as well. And yeah, I think that first goal will be important, definitely. Now, Liverpool get the first goal early. It could be a bad night for me. Man City, 100% turned up thinking we already won. I agree. So Konate might miss this game. But Slot said that if he does miss this game, it'd be the only game he should miss, and then he should be back for the Newcastle and Everton game. So it only might be this game. For Southampton was just the usual international break resync. Yeah, it could be. That's a good point. Here's the after the national break sort of game. I just thought our defensive shape was all over the place. We took a lot of risks to the high press, which did pay off in the first 30 minutes. But once they played through it, they were dangerous. I agree. I don't think we'll play like that against City either. Yeah, he avoided serious injury. It looks like, by the sounds of it, it's just bruising and pain. The atmosphere might decide the outcome. Yes, it will. Yeah, it's going to be crazy at Anfield. The thing is, though, the fans will know beating this Man City team the way they are at the moment, just beating Real Madrid, top of everything at the moment. If Liverpool go and beat Man City at Anfield, they take an 11-point gap over this Man City team. And look, I will say it before, Man City teams in the past, 11-point gap might be not good enough. But this is a Man City team right now are just not quite with it. They're struggling to score goals. They're struggling to keep clean sheets. They've got a lot of injuries out. Rodri's such a big miss for them. He's just huge. They've not really got anyone in that area. They're using a young Rico Lewis. It's not really where he should be playing. There's a lot of pressure on a young lad as well. We don't look ready yet for me. Yeah, so City are going through it. City are going through something a lot of teams do. You know, a lot of teams go through struggles. Also, with Manchester City, I think we've got to remember is they just did a 4-peat. And the pressure and the mentality and the mental side of that to make it a 4-peat might have taken everything out of their game. You know, they made sure they won that 4th league title last season. Them players of Man City last year all decided we are not doing this 4-peat. We are doing this 4-peat. And we're going to come back from behind. We go behind in games. We're going to come back and win games. Their mentality and their drive last year to make sure they won 4 leagues in a row might have just burnt them out. It might have literally just completely and utterly burnt them out. And they're just fatigued. And they're just absolutely fatigued. You know, and, you know, their defence, the midfield. Yeah, it's just, yeah. It's a struggle. Yeah, Arsenal did bottle it. It's that Villa game that ruined it for Arsenal. But yeah, they put so much into making sure they won 4. It can take a lot out of you. It really can. And I think they're going for a bit of that at the moment, and also injuries. And their players are getting older. Players are just getting older. You know, got a lot of players in their 30s. And they played a lot of football under Pep Guardiola, and they aren't just feeling it right now. For me, Liverpool just got to take advantage of it, guys, and get the points, get the game won. Get 3 points, get out of there. You know, 11 points clear. Let everyone else think, what's going on over here? Here comes Liverpool flying. So yeah. We just got to do what we've got to do, guys. Get 3 points. Just get 3 points. Then we've got Newcastle in midweek. Then we've got the Merseyside derby next weekend. 3 massive games coming up. I'm going to say it right now, guys. If Liverpool win our next 3 games, we win the league title. Who's with me? Who's with me? I know it's only December, but who's with me? We win our next 3 games, we win the league title. Who's going to have chest with me? Let's see. Who's going with chest? Who's going to be with me here? I know there's a lot of the season to go, but at such a point, yeah. Yeah, let's go. Let's go for yes. Come on. These next 3 games, we beat Man City, Newcastle, and Everton. I just think that big up. I just think that takes us. Yes, there we go. And if we can get a player in January, Vern, even better, man. Yes, let's go for it. Why shouldn't we be confident, guys? Why shouldn't we be confident, man? Why shouldn't we be confident? We should be confident of these things. We should be confident of these things. You know, it will take a lot for City and Arsenal to come back from it. Really will. It will take a lot. It'll take a lot. I think if Arsenal stay 9 points behind, and I rate Arsenal highly. I've already said if Liverpool beat Man City on the weekend, I think it's a 2-horse race between Arsenal and Liverpool. I respect Arsenal. I think Arsenal are playing some fantastic football again now. Odegaard's back in the team. They've got a fully fit team. And they look bloody dangerous again. Really dangerous. But the problem for an Arsenal fan is that if you just draw one game and Liverpool win, then it goes to an 11-point gap. And then that's extremely difficult. So Arsenal, we like Liverpool, have got to carry on winning as well. So, yeah, it's difficult. But look, why shouldn't Liverpool win the league? Look, I'm sure if an Arsenal fan was here right now and Arsenal were 9 points clear of Liverpool and they won the next 3 games and they went 11 points clear of Man City, I think Arsenal fans would say we're winning the league title. So I can't understand why, as a Liverpool fan, I can't say the same thing. You know, I can't understand why I can't say the same thing. You know, we've got injuries ourselves. This is the thing people don't realise. We have injuries ourselves. You know, Ali's out. Ali's been out. Jota's been out. Trent's been out. Chiesa's been out. You know, we've had injuries ourselves. Simicast is out injured at the moment. We ain't got a fully fit team ourselves. But I do think January, obviously, Harvey Elliott's been out. So we've had injuries ourselves. And Bobby's right. Bobby's right. 26 games is a lot. Injuries, late mistakes, and all that jazz can happen. There's no doubt about it. But what's the more likelihood, Bob, that Liverpool collapse? What would be the most likelihood right now, Bob? That Liverpool completely collapse and Arsenal, Man City go on to win the league, or Liverpool maintain what they're doing all the way to the end of the season? Because you got to remember, with football, momentum is massive. I always think momentum is massive in football, and when a team gets momentum and they get going, it's sometimes hard to stop. Remember, look at Leicester that year when they just had all the momentum, and you know they just went and went and went and went. We collapsed last season, Russell, but why did we collapse? What if we don't get them injuries this year, Russell? What about that? What if we don't get them injuries that we had last season? Because you got to remember, last season the injuries were so bad, we had to play kids in cup finals and stuff like that. What if we don't have the same injuries? What if we don't have the same injuries? You know, what if we don't have the same injuries? You know, it's the players are worse when they come back, so are all injured, Russell. But I think what a lot of people have got is Klopp PTSD as well. Remember, we're not playing Klopp football. It's not heavy metal. It's slower, more relaxed. I think there will be a part of the season where Liverpool do drop points, guys. Of course there will be. I don't think we'll be perfect. I think we will drop points. You know, we are going to lose another game or two. No doubt about it. But I think if the point gap stays 9 points and 11 points, guys, if the points gap stays 9 points and 11 points, then we can afford a little slip, if that makes sense. We can afford a little slip. Now, Liverpool are 9 points clear of Arsenal, say, and it's between us and Arsenal. And we have a game where we lose and Arsenal make it 6 point gap. But that's the only game Liverpool or Liverpool draw 3 games in a row. Yeah, and then you've got a free, Liverpool draw 3 games in a row and Arsenal, win 2 and lose 1, and you got like a 4-point gap or something mad like that, yeah, it's still a gap where, like, if Liverpool win again and Arsenal drop points, it goes to 7 again. So you've got that little gap where you can maybe have a little, you can maybe lose 1 or draw 1. But I don't think you can draw or lose too many, because Arsenal are a good team, man. Arsenal are a good team and they're playing well at the moment. I've got to respect them. But December, Scientology, we have win December fixtures to kill morale of our rivals is our opportunity. Yeah, look, our December, our hardest game, I think, is Tottenham. I think we got, obviously, City on Sunday, Newcastle, Everton. Then I think we've got Leicester on Boxing Day, haven't we? I think we've got, and then Tottenham on the 22nd, then Leicester on Boxing Day. So our December ain't too bad. There's no AFCON either, so Salah won't be going anywhere this January. There's no AFCON. But as everyone says, yeah, Spurs and West Ham are both away. The Spurs game, that's why I think Spurs will be the most difficult game. Look, we should beat West Ham away from home, in my opinion. If we want to go and win a league title, we should be beating West Ham away. Spurs will be a difficult game. Yeah, Spurs will be our most difficult game, I think. But look, we could go and draw bloody against Newcastle. We could lose to City and draw against Newcastle. And Arsenal could win there too. But we still have that little gap where we can go again. So I just think it's important for Liverpool to keep the momentum going, guys, and keep winning games of football. Just keep winning games of football. Because you never know what's going to happen. As everyone said, injuries can happen. We could lose Salah and Virgil at the same time. Who knows? Touch wood, it never happens. But that could happen. Then we are in trouble. Because any team that loses world-class players are going to be in trouble. Look at City right now. Look at Arsenal and Odegaard ain't playing. So, momentum, though, it's just a thing. Spurs have to play Thursday, Man United Carabao Cup ahead of their clash. They could be tied against us. Yeah, exactly. I think, yeah, James Vardy will slap City. Yeah, beat City. The momentum Liverpool will get from beating City and Real Madrid this week just takes us into a different, Look, we've had struggling games this season. The Brighton game we struggled, but we still won. The Southampton game we struggled badly. We still won. We are struggling in games, but getting over the line still, and that just gives me that. I think it's all about momentum, guys. Keeps moving and moving. But the City game's important. Again, if we don't beat City on Sunday and we drop points, Arsenal will go smell blood in the water. They just are, guys. They go smell blood in the water and they go come after our throats. So the City game is very, very important. City game is very important. Look, if Arsenal somehow drop points away to West Ham on Saturday evening, Liverpool go with their tails up. So Arsenal, if they beat West Ham, they will be 6 points behind us before we play Man City. So we have to beat Man City and make that 9 points again. If you're an Arsenal fan, think of it like if you're an Arsenal fan or an Arsenal player, you go and beat West Ham, you go 6 points behind Liverpool. They're playing Man City. Man City are not in the best of form, but anything can happen. It's Man City still. And Liverpool beat Man City and put that 9 points back in again. That's disheartening if you're an Arsenal fan or an Arsenal player. Like, so we just made it 6 points again. They've beaten Man City and they're taking it at 9 points again. It just means Arsenal have to win and win and win and win and win and win and win. So it puts a lot of pressure on Arsenal. It really does. It's going to get harder and harder as the season goes on. Fixtures get more difficult. Hopefully, we can keep players as fit as possible. Hopefully, we can get players like Virgil and Salah and Diaz and, Gravenberches and McAllister. If we can keep them fit for the majority of the season, rotate them when we need to rotate them, then we'll go a long way, guys. We'll go a long way. But at this moment in time, Liverpool are favourites, and rightly so, because we've got the points gap. But Sunday's going to be huge, guys, and I hope we get the points. I just feel like it's going to be a very tight game on Sunday, very close game. I think everyone just sees Spurs absolutely rip them apart and think Liverpool are going to do the same thing. I just don't think it will. I think it'll be tight. You know, I think it'd be tight. I'm going 2-1. I'm going a 2-1 Liverpool victory. I think Liverpool will be 2-0 up. I think City will get a goal back with 10 minutes to go. And we just sort of play out the last 10 minutes and coast to our victory. But I think it'll be a tight game. And then we go on to the next and keep going. Take that momentum. Keep that momentum going, guys. As I keep saying, the main thing in football, you got to have luck, talent, and momentum's big. Momentum in football's huge. But yeah, let's do one game at a time, guys, and just keep fingers crossed that we keep doing well. But I'm here for it. I want to see a Premier League title this year. We're in a position, we've put ourselves in such a good position. Let's just keep that momentum going. But guys, if you've not already, please go and hit that like button. If you've not already, got over 300 people in the house. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new around here as well. Appreciate it. Share the video. Much love to all of you. Big up to everyone. Thank you for being here this evening. Thank you very much, Kopish and Judge Mo with the raids. Thank you guys for sticking with me as well. Come over from them raids. I appreciate it. Guys, much love to you. Guys, I'm off tomorrow. I'll be back Saturday. So enjoy your Friday, whatever it is you're doing. And I'll see you guys on Saturday. Bye-bye for now.